the job. If need be, I can be.
In all honesty, most of what I've just shared, you should, I mean, except for the
So you're saying we're fifth level now.
having a
No, I'm not
undead
saying.
companion. You've seen me in action.
Libby-
I mean,
Libby
you
probably
know
got a,
that I
recording
can
start
sense
kind
when
of
undead are close by and
Say what?
all
You might
that.
have
I
got
mean,
a recording start just
you
to
know,
say that
You
you
just
acknowledge.
acknowledge that.
Really, I'm more,
Steve,
really
I
as
started
like a
recording,
metagaming,
so
I'm like asking directly
it
what
may give you
class
a
you
notice
are.
of like you have to accept it.
well, as a tiefling,
Got
you
it,
know,
thank you.
I'm mostly of the healing and the use of magical,
I don't have
but I'm
anything for you.
I'm not gonna.
Silly. I don't have, I can't take anything.
All right,
I know, big challenge. I don't have any more.
I figured, but
And as I said,
Huh?
part of what I do is of clericness.
Celery?
partly cleric, some level of necromancy.
Well, I mean, that could be part of it. I mean,
Yeah,
and that just could be all mixed in with, you know, being a cleric. So I mean,
fair.
Never met a dog that ate celery.
Yeah.
I still haven't, apparently.
he turned his nose up.
Turn your nose up at it.
I dropped a piece that I was chewing on and he ate it.
And he ate it?
That's 'cause
And
your
then I
spit
gave
was
him
on it.
another piece shortly after.
That's because he loves you.
No, I think he thinks I have those little turkey sausages.
Yeah.
And I don't, but I'm not giving him chicken. I can't give you chicken, buddy.
because
It's buffalo chicken.
no offense, but it's kind of
The chicken is okay.
difficult. What exactly are pronouns?
Doesn't matter.
They, them.
He, she, them.
I mean, it makes it easier when
We
referring to
weigh.
you.
Whoever floats your boat.
That's far.
That'll work. Easy enough.
That's far.
No.
You're not there.
I mean,
You're downstairs with Elam.
I would give it to you. Dustwar is absolutely gender fluid. Because 1 minute, I mean, there, Dustwar portrays some, you know, what would be considered, you know, traditionally masculine. But I don't know if you've seen a picture. He is a very feminine.
Totally fine.
And
Bulging boobs.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, sure.
Right.
That's probably.
and it kind of
Now PC.
I mean, he's not going through you know, shape changing or anything else like that, but it's not you know.
All right. I'm just trying to clear the image in my mind.
Oh, so another thing is metagaming. How much do you know about how tieflings are understood?
They are not very well by most of the populace.
And nobody really likes them.
Yeah.
I like them.
Well,
My
nobody.
character is fine with them, but
Well, they really, but in general, according to the book, they really don't fit in anywhere.
Yeah.
And so that's what you got.
perfect. Well, if you see anything, please let me know. Or if you,
Are you the leader of this group? Because I thought the Cobalt was a.
I don't really think we have one.
I'm just talking. You're not there. I mean, he's the one barking orders all the time.
I don't really know if we have one, but I do know that he and Elam get along very well. So at the very least, they're a team. The rest of us are just kind of figuring things out as we go along.
Okay. I just need to know where my allies are, or who my allies are.
Well, at present, it's everyone in this.
Belladonna.
At present, it's
Well,
everyone.
She's in charge.
She's not even
She's
here.
the leader. She's the leader of the group.
The one that isn't here.
Jax is just Elam's handler.
Interesting
Friend.
how you phrase it that.
Friend.
Because I would have thought it's the reverse.
We are friends.
Elam's handler.
And I don't know if we have.
Elam's a
But at the
big,
very
stupid
least.
puppy who loves his friends and will do anything for his friends.
Yes.
Okay.
And Jax loves Elam in a strictly bodyguard sort of way.
You don't have to explain anything.
Purely platonic.
Elam doesn't like get mad rage. Elam's rages are like the zoomies.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
The zoomies.
Yeah, like when
You had
dogs
a
are
cat.
running around the yard.
Yeah.
Oh,
You've had a dog.
I
You've
never.
had a cat.
Oh, okay, all right. I've never heard that phrase.
You've never heard zoomies?
Zoomies?
Man,
Yeah.
that's as common as porch pirates.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it's like when a cat is sitting
Yes,
there,
it is.
a perfectly normal cat gets it in his head, like, oh my God, I have to be in the other room right now.
That's a zoomie.
No, okay.
You've seen it happen.
Yeah. I call it a stupid cat.
Fair.
I wasn't asking.
I'm not allowed to.
I wasn't asking because I think that I'm the leader. I was just asking because I like to be able to react as quickly as I can.
Understood.
What?
I mean, I'm giving you this, I'm not,
At the end of the night,
I mean,
I like cats.
I like cats too.
Say that to me.
too
We'll
far,
talk after they-
it's just,
Okay. All
you're
right.
not really sure where he stands. He or she
Yeah.
They,
stands.
They.
they, any.
It.
That
It's my
person.
pronoun.
So yeah, after that,
It's called
Maybe
best word
it'll
by their name.
DW.
So what is your charisma?
14.
What is it?
14.
That's what I try. That's what
I'm
I try to
fairly
do with Jay
attractive.
so that I can not mess up.
Hey, baby.
If I just call JJ, I'm fine.
Perfect.
What's your
I
career?
do like the fact that I was the first one to make the comment that
Couple
Jay
of hot
stopped being
weirdos
ill.
sitting outside and smoke.
Smoke the Cuban.
he really likes that comment.
True.
All right. So
Why do you ask?
is anybody doing anything
Why
else
do you
during
ask?
the evening?
Sleeping.
Sleeping?
Well, because mine's 13 and I always like to throw little things in there, keep the other players on their
Oh, great.
toes.
Oh, nice.
Like remember the time when one time got
Okay.
Steve Schindler all hot and bothered and pissed off because you remember that?
The
Holy crap.
are
he
you
was
talking
really
about
mad.
the woman from the
Yes.
noble woman?
Yes. He was really mad.
What was it?
I was playing this an aristocrat, and so anyway, I was really playing it up and all that kind of stuff. And it got weird, all right. But it was with
Don't make it
Steve's
weird, though.
character. Steve
Oh.
got so upset.
Oh
He
yeah.
talked to Les and he
Yeah.
ain't playing anymore.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, really?
Oh yeah.
And then
Oh yeah. He's got yeah.
He's got borders.
He's got borders, and yeah, and they're really close.
Yeah. They're not
You don't-
nearly,
You don't have to go
as
too
far away as you think.
You
they
don't
are.
have to go far away to hit his borders.
wow. Anyway, there was another one time too that when I was playing
Gretzky.
Gretzky is a fun character. I like Gretzky. Him and Artemis.
So Gretzky, you want to tell
Is that
them
the
who
wizard?
Gretzky is?
No, Gretzky is the flaming homosexual dragon kind.
Flaming homosexual. Have you ever?
Mub
played-
hates him.
Oh,
I'm fine with him. Mub hates him. You kept hitting on Sarah.
yeah, that's right.
On Ray. You kept
On
hitting on Ray.
Ray. And
Ray is a.
have you ever?
Ray is in Mub's hopeful girlfriend who has
Ah.
never returned the favor,
No.
but he's always hopeful.
Gotcha.
Have you ever seen the on YouTube? It's what's it called? My crazy gay friend or something like that.
No, this I have not seen.
No, it's not. Yeah, my
It's Gretzky.
that's who I patterned after. You go, you bitch. You're just a bitch.
Oh,
Oh, that'd be
Jesus.
funny.
Well, and he was integral to the game because he was the pilot.
Yes,
of
I'm
the
the person
Astros.
that couldn't do it without me.
I really wanted someone else to pilot that shit.
It was I was
Really.
having so much fun with that. He's just absolutely.
Mub had to be
flaming.
talked out of several times
And he was a
from not
bard.
cutting him
Yeah.
because they
who
needed
played
it.
the bass flute.
You made
Yeah.
the bass
So it was like this big giant piece of bamboo. He's like,
Ooh. I love that character.
he showed up at the end of in part of
Mother hated
the
him.
book, the
Uh-huh.
War of Two Queens book.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gretzky was in there.
Huh.
He's like, hello.
Yeah.
So yeah, Tippin will leave after
such a
that
bitch.
conversation. And go
Leave
back-
and go into town?
God no. Let's go back to the room.
You don't want to go in, nobody wants to go into town in the middle of the night?
Weirdly, no, not after the.
Not tonight.
multiple
Are you sure?
It's not the first night. I'm gonna sleep. I've got a bath finally. I'm gonna go to sleep.
Okay,
Fair.
Elib, what about you? Susan?
might want a second bath just because it's been a while.
You
There
never
are
get the
some-
second bath.
There are some facilities at the Sleepless Agency. They're not as robust as the Silver Wagons, but
But more so than the asylum that had none.
oh yes, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, like second showers and wander around and just a towel with a second towel around my hair in the turban style.
Perfect.
And then if anybody looks at me like, what?
Just
Towels-
one towel.
towels covered
Just
about
one
this
towel
much,
on the
yeah.
head.
I said a second
Okay.
towel on the head, just like,
Right.
All right. Well, you guys passed the
I'm showing off
evening.
all my scales and scars.
You guys passed the evening without incident.
I sleep.
You guys get a good night's sleep for the first time in a long time.
Oh, yeah.
And you were awake relatively fresh. There's actually,
We awake fifth level.
you do not awake fifth level. You just got fourth level. You haven't acquired any experience points since you passed fourth level.
Okay, I run through the halls, stabbing people, gaining experience.
That's gonna last about 2 seconds.
Oh, I know.
I
am not doing that.
They actually have, so the Sleepless Agency actually has people from the town come in and bring breakfast for all the agents and their guests. So at some point around 8:30 a.m. or so, there's a knock on the door and says, "Your breakfast is ready, sir."
So Doug, you're asking him what his charisma was?
Yeah.
What is your strength?
My
A
strength
heart?
or his strength?
His strength.
11. What's yours?
His
Yours.
strength is bringing people back from the dead, obviously.
Yeah.
And destroying them. Dead.
There,
Their strength?
Okay,
Okay.
what are you trying to foment a wedgie contest down in the basement of the Sleepless Agency, or strength wins?
My strength is less than Brother Williams in Bob's campaign.
That does not surprise
It
me.
is a 6.
You're a kobold.
Yeah, really.
it's a very strong kobold. but it's
That's
six.
pretty strong for a kobold.
Or
but
well,
Kobold is their deal is their strength is in numbers. All right, so but you passed the thing, and
Shouts
breakfast
his
is
strength
hearty.
the power of friendship with
Local
you.
stuff.
that's it exactly.
You know, eggs and fried fish.
Ooh.
You know, certain rashers of bacon, that kind of thing. It's obviously brought in from out of town. Everything that you've seen inside the Sleepless Agency, you have not seen any kitchens or anything like that. Maybe it's in a part that you haven't seen, but this doesn't look. This looks like it came from outside of the building. But
Okay.
it's a new day. You know, if you peer out, you go upstairs, you peer out the windows, you can see people on the streets. The shops are open.
Looks like a normal place.
Normal place.
Elib, you want to go walk around town?
Sure.
We're gonna go see what kind of
Chaos.
reception we get. No, we're not causing chaos. I want to
Is it just the two of you going?
take note of, well, that's the only person I invited. You want to come with us?
I mean,
I mean, at breakfast, I asked Elib in front of everyone, hey, you want to go walk around town?
I was just asking what your plans were.
I'm gonna take a record of the reception we get from different townsfolk.
Okay.
While they do that, just where do you want to go explore some of the places talked about?
Sounds great.
They could reconvene.
I'm gonna find a leather
Reconvene at
maker
noon.
or a leather worker or a saddle
Okay.
maker to see about getting that harness that I talked about.
Yeah.
Perfect. The Master Blaster harness?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll stop by the leather workers, the
So
saddle.
I can't believe I remembered that. All right.
When she says leather harness, it's hard not to imagine Master Blaster.
There's all kinds of leather harnesses, frankly. Do you want the
Oh,
ball?
Master
Blaster, too.
Sounds good. You want the ball or the zipper?
What kind of master blasters?
I'll get you a catalog.
You're muted.
Damn it.
What were you saying, Steve?
Damn it, I'm muted here, so you don't have to
quiet
mute me. I've got a catalog, just never.
Catalog. I hope just as an aside, I hope that Steve gets to visit us sometime, or we get up to Chicago and visit Steve, because
Yeah.
I have no doubt in my mind that you guys will love him as I do.
Yeah, I have no doubt in my mind that he has a catalog.
For research.
For research purposes.
Yeah, only, absolutely. No, I'm pressed to talk over here, so you don't have to mute me.
Okay, gotcha. Well, I wasn't muting you. It just kind of like comes up. So,
Yeah, saw you.
all right. So, you guys are going to see reactions. What are you guys going to do?
We are gonna go to. I want to check out the fort first.
The fort,
Yeah.
they have a
see-
local temple.
They do have a local temple.
There's a couple of local temples.
Go check them all out.
All right, just kind of like scope them out. And you guys are gonna take a walk up towards the fort?
Yeah.
Take a look at that. Okay. What the hell's going on here? All right, so we'll do you guys first.
They're sketchy as hell.
The local temples generally give off every indication of sort of shabby respectability. I guess would be the best way I could describe it. These are obviously temples that have seen better days. There are a few people that go in and out in the Roman style. They go in, they make their obeisance, they maybe leave a sacrifice or some coins, and then they come back out. Pharasma's there, Erastil's there as a fishing village. Erastil's is going to be a big deal. Iomade, most of the modern gods that you would consider the modern gods are not there. This is an old place.
Okay.
Old-timey
religion.
Old-time religion. Probably the biggest one is Erastil. Erastil is
The god of
like
the wild, right?
what?
It's god of wild, right?
Yeah, kind of the wild. It's got a farmers, people who live on the land kind of thing. There's an element, there's an aspect of Erastil that is fisherman oriented. This is obviously very much a fishing village. So there's that. I mean, it's Erastil holding a great fish, and shooting his bow into the ocean. That kind of thing is the images that you see.
Is that a very
Throwing
good fisherman?
dynamite into the lake.
Yeah. Apparently enough.
Erastil is also the god of dynamite,
Yeah.
which is weird. Yeah.
Oh, weird. I thought there was no gunpowder in this world. What a strange coincidence.
It's an alchemical bomb. He's got an alchemical
Yeah,
bomb.
those are fine.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
But fucking gunpowder's beyond the realm of comprehension.
That's correct.
Explosive powder is fine. There are no guns.
I'm not giving you a gun, so just forget about it.
You're not getting
It's
one.
not happening. You guys make what? I don't have
See,
anything
Captain
to
wants us
give
to
you.
have guns.
Well,
Captain wants a gun.
Captain, no. I'm not opposed to denying a gun from anybody, not just you. Nobody can have one.
But especially me.
Well, you just asked most.
I haven't
I don't-
asked in a long
I don't
while.
think-
I've just been giving shit about the fact that there's no guns in this.
There you go.
I've long accepted that I'll never be able to have one, but I will
Barking at me,
continue
he's
to
barking
give
at me
shit.
for belly rubs is what he's doing.
Yeah.
He barked at me and I went, "What do you want?" He sort of like fell over with
Oops.
All right, so yeah, you see, the Pharasman temple is notable in that you see at
Done.
one point.
Like it?
Yeah, it's really good.
I like it
can't
a
drink
lot.
anymore.
This is great. The Pharasman temple is notable in that you see at one point you see Winter come out, and she doesn't see you guys, but she kind of walks in there. She spends probably half hour, 45 minutes in there. And
I
then
want to
comes
give you
back
your
out.
glass bottle back.
But you knew that she was a
You have it
priestess of Pharasma.
I don't have it yet.
No, it's okay.
So it makes sense for her to go pay her obeisance, that kind of thing. But otherwise, it's unremarkable activity at the temples. You go up, you begin to go up to the thing. Are you guys going to go, when you go up to the constable fort, are you going to like bang on the door, or
No.
how do you guys want to approach this?
So the constable fort is here, right? This is the fort.
Wait for Elib and I to do that, because I would. totally be
Absolutely
okay with
not.
that.
There's not any building around there.
Fort
Does
Halicourse.
that say Highmart?
Highmart, yeah.
Is that a two-story building?
Yeah, probably.
How tall is the fort?
It has a wall. It has a relatively large wall, but 11-foot wall around it that sort of covers the keep area, and then there's another building inside a tower.
Okay. Would we be able to see into the walls from Highmart?
To a certain extent, probably, yeah. Well, the problem is that there is some woods in between you and the fort. See the
The
green?
fort's on a hill,
See the green part?
Yeah.
Iris Hill is on a hill. The fort is not necessarily on a hill.
Oh, okay.
Iris Hill is up this way.
No, it's over there.
Where?
Right in the corner.
Oh, Iris.
Yeah.
Okay. I was only seeing
You want Mars Hill?
old manor.
So that's the old manor. That
What's
was
this?
just rando kind of thing. You might be able to get in there. Probably just a house or maybe storage.
If
shed.
nothing else, I'd like to get a lay of the land, and if we can get on top of that and look over the walls or something, I would like to be able to.
So we're
Have a
at
look
we're at
at
the
it.
Constable Fort, right?
Yes.
So the point is how much traffic is around here? I mean, can we?
It's not a big town. So there's not a ton of people kicking around, but I mean, your average small fishing village, this is a little bigger than that. But it's not, I mean, there may be 1,000 people living here, but more probably closer to 750.
Okay. So a fairly small constabulary then.
Well, yeah, the constabulary, I mean, you
You go
can
back
ask,
and take 100. How many could you take?
you can ask Cecilia
I
about
could
it.
take
She'll
100.
know.
How many could you
The
take?
constables essentially was
Of the-
was
of the common
10-person group. But
Okay.
all of those
He said
10
there's a
are now gone.
750 population.
Now she's seen
Okay.
others who are
So, yeah,
apparently
650.
replacements or something like
Okay.
that. But again, it's like those sort of like swaggering kind of bully boys. They don't do any real policing.
But they go into the,
They definitely
constabulary
go into the
fort.
fort.
okay, then I would like to check and, yeah, I would like to go to here.
You want to go to that house?
Yeah,
or
I'm
whatever
gonna
it
go to
is?
that house and kind of keep an eye out on
It's a
Fort for a while.
You get close to it. It's a warehouse, and it's sort of off by itself. You don't see any people around or anything like that.
Is the door locked to it?
It is. There's a big padlock on the door,
Fuck, I don't have disable device, do I?
but it is 2 stories.
I am going to ask Dustwar to keep a lookout real quick. I am gonna try and break into the building.
Okay.
If there's something I can do to, without busting the window, open the window.
There are a few windows high up. They don't seem to be all that secure. You jiggle one and you do think that there may be a latch on the other side, but it's not locked.
Okay.
If you could slip the latch, it'll open right up.
Okay. Damn it, we need checks. Or I need something to. Can I try and climb up to the 2nd story and open up the window?
Sure, there are windows on the 1st floor.
Okay, that works better. Then yeah, I will try and open the latch somehow.
Okay. You got disabled device
I do
or
not.
okay? You just a
Unfortunately,
straight
I
up, rando roll.
Break.
I could roll for acrobatics. I don't know.
Acrobatics, that's not really gonna help you.
Knowledge engineering.
I'll allow it.
I'm just curious. What's the DC
14.
for disabled device?
12 on this one. You made it. 14 on knowledge engineering.
Yeah.
So you do what? I can't. I'm not giving you more food. So you definitely identify that the only locking mechanism on this window is a little latch at the top of the thing. It's basically those little turn latches that sort of lock things in. There's no locking mechanism or anything like that. As far as disabling that, you need to hit a disable.
God damn it. So I can only
Well-
discern, but I still need him
You
to.
s- Knowing it. So there was a
I
big
just
bang-
wanted to see if there would be a way that I would, like, by knowing, be
Wait.
able to, like, move
Wait.
it over.
Wait.
But it's just, I
You
understand
gotta do it-
knowledge.
yeah, it's a
versus-
different kind of
Mindy-
check.
Mindy
I
and-
know.
Mindy and I are recently watching Big Bang Theory from the beginning.
Mhm.
Okay,
Why?
because she's never saw it
Why? No, never.
because she wasn't interested before.
It's an awesome show.
Because I like it.
Don't ask why again. Let's
So-
go with this.
They're driving somewhere
Yes.
and they start to have engine trouble.
Oh, right. Oh, no, I know. that
Leonard
part.
asks, "Does anyone know anything about combustion engines?"
Yes.
Oh yeah, I know all about it. Oh, but can anyone fix them? No.
No.
So knowing what it is and fixing it are different things.
So
All right,
basically,
well,
I'll tell you right
checks.
now, it's a disabled device check. You can try it. You can try it untrained. It's DC 12.
Can I try and climb up on top of the building then and try and look over and see if?
Yeah. Do you have a climb score?
Athletics.
I have it as a skill, but I don't have the points in it.
Well,
So I
you can try to untrain.
So likely anybody over disabled tried to climb on my roof from outside.
Yeah.
Got it.
Nope, that's a 6.
You get a couple feet up and there's no purchase.
He's
It's a-
like,
it's a
legs
flat- it's a
kicking, he's
flat
hanging on.
I mean, you can see in the windows what's inside the warehouse. It's basically holding a bunch of those a bale. It's basically bales of hay and
I don't care
barley.
what's inside the warehouse. I need to get into the warehouse to look out of the warehouse to look into the fort.
You want to try and do the latch?
I don't have disabled device.
You roll it straight up.
You
get
can
a
try it
12, you get-
untrained.
Oh, all right. Well, then, yeah, I'll try that. 8.
What's
Nope,
your,
couldn't get it.
what's your dex?
Oh, +4, so 12.
Holy shit!
Ooh.
Yeah. All right, so
You're
Dust Bar, you're
welcome.
watching.
Hey,
Thank
you're
you.
welcome.
Yeah.
You're watching from the street. You see him like swearing, and he's got a
Fucking
stick, and he's trying to slip this thing in. And he somehow managed to find a Slim Jim somewhere, and he's trying to
Yeah,
hold the
the
thing up.
problem is he tried it with a stick at first.
One point he's trying to climb up one of the gutters. That doesn't work. Finally, you hear him say, "Eureka!" And
Yes, I
you
shall
can-
by breaking and entering to
Hey,
heavens.
you
I
push-
took off my
you push the
stiletto
window-
and was able to use that.
You can push the window open, and it opens.
Does work.
All right, I'm in.
We both jump into the window.
Okay. It's just, swings back down behind you. It doesn't latch or anything. Just
Oh, it's like it
yeah, it
comes
lifts up.
out and then okay.
I have a rank of 18 and mage hand.
That'll help.
Yeah.
That would have been very valuable to them had you been.
That'd have been very easy.
I even said like, damn it, we need checks from
So,
us.
so the place, it's got that sort of hayloft smell to it, right? You get in there, and it's obviously this is a storage warehouse for fodder for animals. There's a lot of bales of straw, of hay, of barley weed, that kind of stuff that are all sort of stacked up here. It's pretty warm inside because there's no air conditioning or anything like that, and the smell is, it's obviously like a farm smell. This is where they store grain.
Okay. I will go to the second floor to one of the windows that looks towards the fort,
Okay.
and I will begin to just kind of take a mental note.
Check it
of
out.
Everything that I see.
All right. It's actually you're able to see from the second floor. You're able to see over the small copse of trees that are in the way. You can see over into the thing, although there's a fair amount there. You see the primary building. You don't see anybody coming in and out of that. There are several people in the courtyard, in the inside of the walls. Couple of them, couple 3, 4 are sort of practicing weapons drills, right? Which, as a martial, I mean, you can tell that they are weapons
Yeah.
drills. There's a couple other people which you don't recognize, and again, they have that sort of Mwangi sort of look about them. Different kinds of armor, different kinds of clothing, dark skin, curly hair. They seem to be putting up some sort of pole at the opposite side of the thing. And I'm talking about a pole that's probably 20 feet high. They've obviously already dug a
Like a foundation.
like a thing for it, because when as you watch, they actually manage to slip the pole into this, and it drops down probably 5 or 6 feet. And then once they get it in there and they're straight, and one of the guys is sort of like, yeah, I got it, that kind of thing. And there's a couple other people, 2 of them sort of bring over like, it looks like barrels of sand and maybe small rocks that they're pouring into the side to help keep it straight. They're putting some sort of pole on.
I'm sorry, I was writing when you mentioned this, but do we know that the Mwangi were at the constabulary, or do we just know that they had visited?
The only thing that you knew was that a group of Mwangi, according to Cecilia, had visited Iris Hill.
So
Beyond
we
that-
didn't know that they were at the constabulary.
No. And frankly, you haven't seen any Mwangi like wandering around town buying fruits and vegetables or anything like that.
They're still here.
I gotta have more meat. It's too good.
I would recommend it.
What do you
Yeah.
think of this?
I thought you said me too.
I'm gonna roll a knowledge religion.
Okay.
Libby, you want one?
I think
Stop
I
it.
fumbled that.
Okay.
I gotta get my glasses on.
Oh, yeah.
Well, a 13.
13. So what are you trying to find out?
No, I mean, to see if this is,
If this is a religious kind of thing?
yeah,
The pole?
yeah. I
It
mean,
might be Festivus. But, no, I mean, it's just an unadorned pole at this place. I mean, frankly, the vibe it gives you is like a burning at the stake pole. It's the right size, it's the right height. It's set off from the rest of where the guys are like practicing and where other stuff inside the walls, so it's sort of off in a different corner. But I mean, it's just a pole right now. I mean, you can't really tell. It's obviously they're taking care with it to make sure that they set it up properly. But because you can see, I mean, he can see them sort of like, you know, there's one guy who's like, no, it's got to go this way, it's got to go that way. And you can see him, you know, diddling with it.
Can I roll a knowledge engineering to see if maybe there's some sort of like
Yeah, that-
militaristic
Sure.
proportion to this, or like, if not
Absolutely.
that, maybe dungeoneering. I don't know. I've never used
Engineering.
dungeoneering, so I don't know what.
Nobody.
away my plate.
Oh, sorry, I did that.
Yeah, I just did one.
12.
12. Yeah, I mean, it's a pole.
That's useful.
Now you can see that
I
it's,
mean-
it's not like a telephone pole. I mean, it's not like a flag pole. It's more like a telephone pole. So it's wide. Your guess is from this distance, it's hard to tell, but your guess is that it's probably 12 to 15 inches in diameter. So it's a big thing. It's heavy. They seemed like they were moving it pretty easily and manipulating it.
But they were putting it at like, so on the map here, where would it be?
More the
Like,
northern area, farther away from you.
so like to there.
Yeah.
So they're putting it up near the opposite end of the fort.
The interesting thing is that even in the hole they've dug for it, the top of the pole is higher than the wall.
Jeez. And how many were doing this?
4 guys.
4 guys
Yeah.
removing something that large.
Yep.
Okay.
No slouch in the strength.
Yeah,
department.
no slouch, yeah.
Yeah. So we should absolutely make
Kill 'em.
sure that we can like incapacitate them at earliest convenience, because they are way stronger than they should. Like from their size, like proportionally,
They're human.
they should not be that strong,
It
right?
depends. I mean, maybe the pole's hollow. Maybe it's made of a lighter wood. I mean, it could be made of balsa or some sort of
But
like.
assuming that it's made out of
Pine.
like a wood that's around here, would that
It would,
be-
at the very least, your guess is that. What's the matter, baby? What's the matter?
I was
Libby
in
was-
a spot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Libby was-
Your guess is that it's several hundred pounds minimum. 20-foot pole, 15 inches in diameter, decently dense wood. You're talking about a 500 to 700 pound item.
and that's 4 guys lifting it.
And one of those guys is basically in charge of like making sure it's straight. So 3 guys basically maneuvering it around.
Yeah, so
Wow.
we gotta incapacitate them somehow when the time comes, because somebody tells me that this place is gonna be a problem. Looking away from the fort, is there anything odd about this shack that we're in? I know that you said that.
No, it's a
supposed to be
ware. I mean, it seems pretty nondescript. It's a warehouse. So basically, your guess is that, like any coastal village, they have an interior, right?
Yeah.
And there's farms on the interior, and they're probably bringing food here.
Right.
This isn't food for people; it's food for animals. Obviously, it's straw, it's hay.
Right.
They're in bales and you know buckets and stacked up. But it's you would know that the early spring harvest is for the animals, right? So they put you spread barley, you spread barley around, you spread grass, that kind of stuff. You harvest that, and that's when after you harvest that, that's when you put down your people food in your farms. But this is to hold the animals for a while. But this seems to be a warehouse that holds animal food.
Was there something else that you wanted to do?
Well, I mean, if this is the constable, the Flameton, checking to see if it's got a religious significance was really a long shot, but
The fort itself, or the warehouse you're in?
no,
The pole.
The pole.
To make sure if it had any religious significance.
Give me a religion check.
I
Or
did.
you
13.
13. You know, the reality is a poll of this nature, raw, early on, could mean anything.
I know.
That's
what you said.
You know, maybe they're going to carve it into some sort of totem. Maybe they're going to strap people to it and burn them alive at the stake. Maybe they're going to hang artifacts and relics on it so that they can worship. What you the only vibe that you really get is that the Talden guys aren't paying them a whole lot of attention. Well, they're Talden in that they're just regular schmucks.
We learned something. We learned something we weren't supposed to.
Well, they might be Verizian, they might be Talden, your general adventuring type.
Yeah.
The Mwangi are the only ones that are working on this thing. So maybe it's Mwangi focused. You know,
I say
you don't know anything. You really don't know enough about Mwangi religions to make a judgment call.
Right.
I say that we stay around here, kind of keep an eye on them until noon. Then we go back to meet up with Elam and
All right. You guys come out of the same window you came out and sort of fall to the ground and sort of dust yourself off. And
So we're gonna be waiting there a while until it's noon, whenever they're done, whatever the hell they're
Right.
doing.
Well, eventually, I'm assuming you have to come out, right?
Yeah.
Okay. As you do, you see a dude walking sort of along the street over there. He's heading in a sort of westerly direction. He looks over at you guys and sort of like looks back, and he's like,
As soon as he sees us, I'm gonna try and pull Thrushmoor in.
"Well, no, you guys are outside of the building."
No, I know.
Okay.
I mean, like closer to me and
we recognize
pretend to like
Give me a perception.
pretend for a kiss. To try and throw him off the scent.
Okay. All right. Okay.
19.
19. You don't recognize him. He looks like a local guy. But he's looking at you guys. He's like, Tavy, is that you? He starts coming over.
So me trying to pull him in for a kiss.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't seem. He seems to be a little nonplussed by this, but he's not. You know, especially.
Tavian, who's he talking to?
There's something I've been trying to. There's something I should have told you a while ago.
There's another. It's not just you.
Hey, how's it going? How you doing?
Hey man, I can't believe you're back. Where have you been?
Oh.
David, he comes when it becomes clear that you are who he thinks you are. He's like, David, I can't believe it. I can't believe that. Where have you been? Where'd you get off to? And he comes over and gives you a big sort of hug. And he's like, who's this?
Does he move in for a kiss?
This
Does
is where
not move in for a kiss.
this is where I've been getting off to.
Or on?
Oh!
I've been getting up on.
Yeah, I knew it was gonna come earlier.
that was my attempt to joke.
Well, he's kind of like, this dude looking good? I mean, never mind. Tavy, it's great to see you. I've been wondering where when you left, was wondering where you ended up, man. I mean, you sort of like took off. You didn't say boo to a goose. I've been wondering where you went. Now you're back. This is great. You gotta go out tonight.
Absolutely.
You have no memory of this guy.
I know. I figured as much. I'm like, okay. So I do know that Jax and Elam had a similar response with the tavern, because you guys told us, right?
Mhm.
So I now know that apparently all of us probably have at least some connection in this town. So this guy's probably what guy did.
Why didn't you come by?
Absolutely.
When did you get back?
Just last night, really.
Last night. Wow, man, I'm glad I ran into you.
Yeah.
We gotta go hit the stain, my friend. We gotta go do it
That's
up
where
like
I'm
we did
staying.
before.
That's
This
where
is
I'm
gonna
staying.
be great. But so where did you go? Where you been? Did you have a good time? What's going on?
I mean, I can tell you that over, a drink at the stain tonight. I mean,
You get together?
yeah,
All
absolutely.
right.
Absolutely.
Sounds good. Glad you're back, man. It's good to have somebody in this town that I can party with and have a good time. That's gonna be cool.
Yes.
So I will see you at the stain, 8 of the hour clock, yeah?
Yeah, sounds good.
Perfect. All right, I will see you there. Dude, he gives you a fist bump. And he's like, glad you're back in town, man.
It's good to be back.
I'll check you tonight. bring your friend, and we'll have a good time. I'll see if I can't scare up some companionship for myself. We'll have a great time.
Sounds good.
Awesome. All right, I gotta go. I gotta run up and I got this shit I gotta deliver up to Iris Hill. But I will see you tonight. Later, dude. He's out. You have no idea who this is, except he looks like this guy right here. A little bit soldiery.
Little bit?
Yeah, I mean, seems pleasant enough.
This
Well,
is
you can
Does
tell
he
very
have-
soldiery.
this is getting more and more complicated.
Does
Sorry
he have
for
a
that.
similar type of armor?
To the people in the.
No, to
Oh,
you.
to me? Oh, no.
No, he's wearing a sort of like he's wearing like some brigandine, which is sort of like studded leather, but it's open. He's got a small sort of like thick gladius style short sword on his hip, a little bit like yours, not really though. He doesn't. I mean, he kind of looks like a fighter, but he's not like in fighter mode right now. Certainly, he's got his armor unbuttoned because it's warm out. He's got sword sort of around the back.
So
Yeah.
what kind of armor are you wearing as compared to him?
My armor is pretty much just, or what exactly? What kind of armor? It's just like a reinforced tunic. It's not really like a whole leather armor or anything. I'm really just wearing a tunic.
Okay.
Most of my clothes are some sort of shade of black or white or gray.
Between the two of them, who's got more money? By their looks.
This guy.
Okay.
That guy or me?
This guy.
By their looks. Like I said, I'm
Yeah.
just trying to.
I mean, he seems like
That's
just a
where- that's
regular.
where it's dumping you.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah, he seems like a regular dude. He doesn't seem. I mean, he seems well fed. He seems jovial. He's wearing a decent. To your eyes, he's wearing a decent set of brigandine, but it's open. He doesn't have it like locked up like you would have. Buttoned up if you were.
I guess what I'm trying to discern is who's the subordinate to whom,
Ugh.
or are they? He sounds
It was
like
more like
based on how on the thing they were dressed as equals, but he's got more money
Based on the conversation.
based on
They did not
and the
give
whole
you-
interaction.
he did not give you the vibe that he was somehow superior to him.
Alright.
It was more like drinking buddies, friends, that kind of thing.
Sorry for that.
And what
Figured that it'd be better that we try and come up with some excuse as to why we were there.
he obviously knows you.
What Doug is
I
saying is
don't know him.
Bob and I may seem like drinking buddies,
Mhm.
but Bob has more money.
Yeah, but that doesn't make Bob the boss of you.
No,
Right. Okay.
Glad that we
And
No, he seemed genuinely pleased to see Tavian.
that's fine.
He's like, we got to get together. I wondered where you got off to. I hadn't seen you. It's obviously hadn't seen him for a while.
Tavian, meanwhile, seemed very confused and a little put off by the situation. So
Well, he tried to kiss you. So there's that.
yeah,
that's
what I'm
why it doesn't
apologizing
seem
for.
upset about
That's what it was all like.
That's right. No tongue.
No tongue unless it's fine.
Yeah, that was the part that he was apologizing for. But I now apparently have a thing to do at 8 o'clock. So now I have to come up with a list of questions. Should we go meet the others?
Yep.
Sounds good.
Later. Later. All right, so let's go over to, where are you guys headed? You live in Jax?
Hey. If you look up here,
Yeah.
we're gonna walk down this street,
Okay.
all around here. Come back and stop here at noon.
So you're just gonna do a bunch of wandering around.
We're gonna, and we're gonna stop in at every business establishment.
Okay. There's a lot of them.
Okay,
I mean, a lot of shops, a lot of homes. There's no zoning here. So.
we're just stopping in, saying hi. Looking around.
Okay. Oh, you're trying to get reactions. So, all right.
We're not spending a lot of time at any of them.
Right. So basically, there are 3 different reactions that you get when you guys walk in. And one overwhelming one. So overwhelmingly, people are not pleased to see Elib. And it's not so much that they're frightened of you or anything like that, but everybody's like, the moment you walk in, they're like, what's going on?
Big.
Because you're big and mean.
I'm not
And-
mean.
You have a belt of skulls.
You're mean.
You
You
appear.
literally have a
appear.
belt of skulls. That
So
allow
everybody
you
gets a
to
little
hurt
tense
people
when you walk in. That said, the 3 reactions you typically get are frightened mouse, in which the people in the store come up to you and is like, how can I help you? What can I get you? Is there anything you want? You really should be here. And they start, shit themselves. When I said shitting themselves, I didn't mean you. You're all right. Cautiousness, I would characterize it, is that you walk in and they're like, how can I help you? Sir, yeah, they're like,
No, I was addressing the dog.
oh, okay.
Sorry.
But largely they're polite to a fault, but they seem anxious to conduct whatever business that you want to conduct and get you out of the door.
Captain has a lot of opinions.
He has a lot of opinions about this. And then the others are sort of like, in some cases, they're like confused but amiable, right? So some people you go in and they're like, hey, how's it going? In at least one case, they actually refer to you both by name. Oh, Elib, Jax, it's good to see you guys. Welcome back. I'm glad to see you back in town. How are things? Can I help you? Is there anything I can get you? That kind of stuff. So those are really the 3 reactions. On one hand, you have, and it's really a continuum, right? On one hand, you have people who are obviously frightened of you. Another who are like, what's going to happen next with these 2 idiots in my store? And the others who are like, oh, it's Elib and Jax. This is great. You guys are back.
So Jex has
Ritual hatred.
3 different approaches to each of those different reactions.
Okay.
Okay. Well, you're gonna love 2 of them.
I'm so excited.
Those that are very frightened and worried.
Yeah.
I want to explain to them that recently Elib and I have learned that we were not always the most kind of people to some of the
Okay.
populace.
All right. You get some looks of shock and
we are-
dismay.
I personally am very sorry for any past behavior I may have had.
Really? All right.
I do not remember this, and I do want. Well, there's a large part of my memory that is missing.
Give me a diplomacy check.
Give me 27. And then, Luke, give me 27.
You come to a game without any dice?
Well, I have dice, but I haven't taken them out for
It's
some
all right.
stupid
It's good to
reason.
be prepared.
And what the hell number is that? That's a 7.
Seven?
Wait. 13 total.
13 total. All right, you get mixed reactions.
Okay.
Some people are like, oh, well, all right then. Well, I guess it's good you're back.
What I'm asking for from those people is a fresh start.
Okay.
Both instances.
You get a variety of reactions. A couple of people are like, okay, yeah, I can live with that. A couple of people are like,
Shit.
and
We'll
a couple
see.
of people are like, they think basically you get the impression they think you're lying.
Okay.
We're trying to get over on them in some way.
Okay,
So, I mean, a
Well-
little bit better.
for that group,
Yeah.
after that explanation, nothing else.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm not trying to sway the people that are doubtful or anything like that.
Gotcha.
I'm just, that was it. Okay. For those people that are, I might need it still. Here. No.
It's there.
No.
It's there. It's in the tray.
I'll remember this.
Wait. Even better.
What do you do?
Hurl a pouch of dice at
I'm
him.
getting my
I'm
own,
trying
I
to be
I was
helpful.
about, yeah. I was about to throw
am not
this.
using any of his dice anymore.
Wow, because of the 7?
No, because it'll piss Luke off more if I don't use any of his dice. So the second group,
Mhm.
those that are
Oh, this is best dice.
not necessarily friendly, but very businesslike.
Yeah, more like, okay, fine, that's great.
Okay.
You gonna buy something?
Does the leather worker happen to be one of those people to have this reaction?
The leather worker actually has a positive reaction. He's like, oh, hey, nice to see you guys.
Okay,
again."
I'll get to
Yeah.
him. I'll get to him. We look around the shop. We don't buy anything at this time.
Okay.
But I do say it is a very nice shop,
Okay.
and it's a shame if anything were to happen to us.
Right.
And then I leave.
All right, so we're leveling threats again, are we?
It's not a threat.
Oh,
It's a
no.
sincere wish that I hope that nothing bad happens.
You're just what quoting that.
That's the one I knew you'd like.
Boy, it'd be a shame if something nice.
It's a shame if something bad would happen to this place.
Quite a nice army you have here. It'd be a shame if something happened to it.
But that's it.
Okay.
They might
Sure, it's a nice painting.
They might take it as a threat because that's commonly what it's meant as, but I didn't overly threaten.
Sure.
Overly threatened. Just
Nothing that can be
mildly
proven in
threatened.
court.
Nothing. that can be
Overtly threatened. Subtextual.
If you read the text, it was a well wish for their business to be successful.
It's like people. who
Isn't that
speak
one of
a
the people
second
that's
language
happy
who
with
don't
you?
do it fluently.
They're neutral.
Oh, I thought the leather maker was happy with you.
No, the leather maker's happy with
Yeah.
me. We haven't gotten him yet.
Okay.
So that's the 2 reactions so far. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. For those people that are happy to see us,
Yeah.
or at least acknowledge us and everything.
Mhm.
Um,
And there are a few.
and Elib and I are very happy to see them too. Speaking on behalf of Elib, we look forward to seeing them again. We do have an issue because we seem to have lost certain memories.
Good.
You need
We've
a
lost
scratcher?
certain memories, so
Yeah, I
please
do.
forgive
I got
us if we don't recall your name or
Less. I got it.
our relationship.
No,
I got it. I also have plenty of it.
The giant cup full of scratch.
Fuck your scratch face, son.
Nobody
Just
wants
trying to help.
anything from you.
I'm just.
We've had it with you. Macho head gains.
I think Dustbar enjoys him.
I knew I should have gone.
I should have gone home. If only you found that.
The leather worker.
Mhm.
We are not only happy to see him.
Yep.
And are happy to hear that we've had a positive relationship with him, but we do have some memory loss, but we do have an order we would like to commission him. for.
Oh yeah, great. Yeah, that'd be awesome. You know my terms, half up front, but what are you guys looking for?
A type of
Careful, those cookies are different.
There's cookies.
the cookie things,
Oh.
things.
I like my cookies.
A type of
I like my wine.
a type of harness where I could ride on Elib's back and look over his head.
Oh, the Master Blaster.
Master Blaster.
Got it. Yeah, no, we can certainly make that work. So it's like, look, it's gonna take us time.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you want a platform, you want the oversight, helmet for for the back of the neck for Elib.
Right.
Yeah, totally can. I gotta take some measurements.
Yep.
But if you want it to fit right, and but
Definitely.
yeah, we can absolutely do that. You want the ball or the zipper for Eli?
Oh God, what happened?
Breather or drooler?
I'm concerned by the fact that you know.
I'm concerned with the fact that I know what it is too. Breather.
Breather. Got it. I'm looking forward to the time when you pick this up. And you're
I
like,
don't know
okay,
how
put
to
this
do
on.
Oh,
Oh, darn.
oh.
Whistling.
We don't have to,
That's
we don't have to include that part, but it's nice to have it.
Oh, we're gonna get it on video. Absolutely. All right, so yeah, basically he's like,
Don't know what that is.
hardware, I'm gonna have to fashion, I'm gonna have to.
It's a
Yeah.
ring in your mouth with two straps that come around.
Well, no, the breather is the ball has holes in it. The drooler is the ball doesn't have holes.
That was all.
Yeah.
Well, what's the one with just the ring?
That's just a
You want
ring.
a pen or something?
Oh, yeah,
This is a surprisingly sexual game. For the weird number of things that have popped up in it.
For the
From-
lack of creativeness.
yeah, no kidding.
This,
So I may have to tweet, you want the breather or the drooler?
you should. You definitely should.
So we take the measurements, give the measurements.
So he's like, this is gonna cost, he goes, I hate to say it, because you guys have been good customers with me before.
Frequently do visit the leather shop.
But it's probably gonna cost my time. I gotta farm out the hooks. 42 in gold. But for that price, I can have it ready for you in 3 days.
Okay. So 21 up front.
Yep. That allows me to get what I need. Oh, did you want it in black or brown?
Elib, do you have a preference on the color? Black.
Done. Can't make that happen.
Hey.
No change in price. I will have to dye the leather, but it's gonna be fine.
I'm just imagining that all the previous trips to the store would just get suits. That's the only thing that I can imagine that they come here for.
He
Based,
It's just a
doesn't need to
based on
brisk
this
measure-
next purchase.
You can see several
He
pink
has-
suits like hanging up.
he has
and,
no-
He doesn't need to measure me because he already has my
Exactly.
measurements.
What color's your belt?
The belt is
Where's my mini?
called. It's like a green, really. It's like a grayish.
The lighting here isn't great. I mean, the first minute.
Well, no, we can do it. You can do a green dye on leather.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, it's as easy as we can do
We're
black.
We're gonna match it. We're gonna match
Green.
it with the
Some
with the belt.
matching green
Can do.
gimp suit.
Elif, I can absolutely do it. You, the last time you were here, you wanted it to be about a shade and a half lighter than it is. Good? You still good? Okay. Make it happen. I think I still got the dye mark.
Probably
So
still have that. Yeah.
we'll make it work. He's like, how's that belt hanging for you? Good? Yeah? I see you got some more skulls on there. Looks very nice. The hooks are okay.
Solid.
Yeah? The carabiners and everything's working? I love satisfied customers.
I also love the idea that this guy is like.
Made the belt for her.
I like the idea that he is making all of these things like he's a sex shop, but
No.
the two of you are using it for completely different purposes. I'm saying that I like the idea
It's
of
not a
this being
sex
the
shop. It's not
case.
like he has giant, well, he might have giant things in there, but.
But he also makes saddles. and
Yeah.
I'm
bridles
saying that I
and-
like. I'm not
His
saying that's
primary
what he
business is
is. I'm
like,
saying
you
I
know,
like the idea of that being
belt
what it
pouches
is.
and shit
Like
like
belt
that.
As opposed to
pouches.
reality.
We allow him to stretch his
Very
talent.
Interesting. You know what else you can put the
We
saddles
get-
on?
We get to let him do things he wouldn't normally get to do.
Well, and that's why he loves you guys as customers. I mean, the reality is he doesn't get a chance to make gimp suits all that much. And,
Right.
and he's like, this is good stuff. I love doing it.
So Elib, not that he'll let me forget, but remind me that I owe him 21 more gold pieces when we pick it up.
Okay. But yeah, he's like,
Probably forget.
Yeah, I know.
he's like, give me 3 days, maybe 4.
Okay.
Because it depends on how I gotta get the hardware done. And you know how those fuckers are. You could never get it done.
What's your character's name?
His name is
Tavian.
Tavian.
the leather worker's name's
Tavian.
Arcana.
Okay. So we make our swing through that first
ION.
western leg of the town,
Mhm.
and then end up at
At the wagon or at the sleepless Inn?
the sleepless headquarters
Right out front.
So
of this.
At
you
noon.
guys,
at noon.
okay, cool.
Yeah, we're all at
You
noon.
guys are heading out after you meet that guy
Mhm.
Who's like 8 o'clock tonight, stay and I'll see you there. Oh. you guys are wandering, and you have to kind of like go towards the silver wagon to sort of get back down. And as you head that way, you see a guy sort of in the street. There's some people wandering around him. What? I don't have anything to give you.
Really doesn't like that guy.
There's a guy out there, and he's like,
So Doug, would you agree with the alcohol level?
yeah, it's margarita-ish.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's good. I mean, you're not going to get like slammed after two. I'm on my third.
No, you're
not
not.
good.
right.
Unless
It's good.
Unless
Yeah.
I'm
You'd have to drink them fast.
doing things that I don't know.
Can I have another one?
Because I
absolutely.
hate to say it,
Fine.
because sometimes I go over the you know, the recordings. There are obvious instances where I'm on my third mark.
You're on your third
Yeah.
Martini.
There's a little bit
No,
of
no, no,
slurring,
in the cooler.
a little bit of slurring, a little bit of
You want
gesticulating,
a full one, not an empty one.
odd pauses. All right, so as you guys are sort of walking back, you kind of have to walk a little bit west to get east, and you guys are kind of like loping around to get back towards the Sleepless Agency. And you see, sort of in the distance, over by the Silver Wagon, you can see somebody is over there, and he's like,
Making out.
it's hard to understand what he's saying, but there's
Yeah.
obviously like,
We're gonna go check out that guy.
so people are sort of like scooting away from this dude, but also you can see, frankly, you can recognize one of the barmaids, not Dina, but one of the barmaids from the Silver Wagon is like, look, you know, she's trying to reason with the guy.
Question, which of us sees
You,
this?
you and Doug.
Okay, me
You
and
guys
Doug.
are, you guys don't get anywhere.
We don't
close
see it,
to the
okay.
Silver Wagon.
All right, so we see this old man yelling angrily.
This fellow right here.
That's
So you guys move closer, or you're just like, I hate crazy people and I don't want
No, I gotta get closer.
yeah,
Okay.
no, we're going closer.
As you get closer, you start to understand the words that he's saying. He's basically like, the witch of Briar's Code is going to kill us all. She's already taken several of our families. The Bergenstein family, the Bilge family. They've already been gone and taken, and she's coming back, and soon it'll be all of us gone.
I think this is a.
And the girl from the bar is like, look, I understand what you're saying, but you can't do it out here. You're ruining our customer base. Your customer base is going to be taken away by the witch, whose name is coming soon, and you should beware. You know, and he's just like,
You're Admiral Akbar.
a little bit. It is a trap. So, and basically, it's just like this crazy old dude, and they're trying to sort of like scoot him down the road. And she's, I mean, at one point, as you guys are approaching, she offers him like, she's like, here's a couple of silver pieces if you just take this over by our competitors. You know,
If you go over the,
yeah,
Yeah,
over
if
to
you
the
go to the
stand.
stain.
yeah, we get it. You know, you need to like move
I'll
along.
walk up
And he's kind of like, you don't understand. The witch is going to take us all if we don't do something now.
I'll walk up to the man.
So you just roll up there, and she's like, "What?" And she scoots.
Is it because of me or is it because somebody else
You
is
still.
now dealing with it?
I think, yeah, it's because somebody else is dealing with it. She's like, I'm out of here.
She tagged out.
That's what I'm looking forward to. Oh boy, this note speed pass.
Okay,
Suspicion.
got it. I will let you know.
I walk up to him and say, excuse me, sir, I would love to hear.
Sir, you call me. Perhaps you knew me from a different life. That must be the case. I was a noble in a different life, but now I bring all the information that I could to the people, and they do not listen. Perhaps you will be one that listens, yes?
Okay, so I gotta roll sense motive on that immediately to see how,
Pretty low bar. He's kind of a nut.
okay. So I didn't even have to roll sense motive, it's just.
Not really. Yeah, he's a nut.
Okay. Maybe, but regardless, it seems that you have an idea of what's happening.
An idea, you say? Oh, finally, I have talked and talked to the people of this city.
I will listen to what you have to say, but if we may, can we move over here and I'll try to lead him away from the tavern a bit.
Grabs under your shoulders like, finally, someone who understands the danger this town is in. Yes, I will come with you. Perhaps to a place that sells ale.
Perhaps another time.
Prophesying is thirsty work, my friend.
Thus war.
That's why. Is that your name?
It is.
Ah, that is an excellent name for a woman or a man. I can't really tell which you are, but that's okay. Because if you're listening to what I'm telling you, then you will be among the chosen who are saved from the witch of Briarstone. But these people, he points to these people and everybody's like scooting away. These people won't listen and it'll be their downfall.
Would you kindly go into the
Oh, I
silver
wish I was
wagon
there.
and get us some ale, and I will also kind of lean in and say, go to the others, tell them what's happening.
Who are the others?
I'm whispering.
Are they
Just
from a different plane?
can I roll stealth for that, or like?
Oh no, he's a whack job. They hear everything.
All right, so
Okay, sure, that's fine.
Gossoir, yes, you should go get ale and tell the others what is transpiring here, because everyone should know. Those from this plane, those from other planes, even those from the nether planes. I agree.
all right. So I excuse myself
Okay.
and I go into the I'm going to get something stronger.
Okay.
I want to get this
You
guy.
gonna dose him?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm going to dose him.
Get a little GHB in there.
Yeah.
All right.
And
So basically, what you're saying is you get a big mug of ale and you sink like 3 or 4 shots of vodka in it?
right.
Okay, gotcha.
It's something about air.
And, well,
it's fine.
I mean,
Okay.
Davian is doing a lot of the talking, and my character is very quiet.
Okay.
And,
So you're away right now.
I'm
You're
sorry,
sorry.
do you want to talk to him?
no, I'm just saying, no, playing the
I'm
character.
sorry if that sounded.
So
very
while he's in
confrontational.
the
Not
silver
me.
wagon getting the ale, this guy comes to you. He's like, "So you understand what I am saying? It's so glorious to finally someone who understands the danger this town has been in. What is your name, good sir? Your name?"
1 second. I know me.
Did you forget it?
No.
What is that infernal machine you are gazing at? Is that some kind of book?
Jesus Christ, this dude's freaking psychic apparently.
Psychic? Psycho? The difference is negligible.
Hold on.
Grady's a human barbarian, or what's Grady? Yeah. Grady's a cleric.
Theus.
Theus? Theus, ah, yes. A noble
Oh,
name
okay.
for a noble man. One who understands. I can see that you understand what we are talking about. You have heard, obviously, of the legend of the Witch of Briarstone. Yes? Yes? Yes?
Yes.
Ah, I knew that you had. I could tell immediately when you came up. Back, obviously. You could tell. Disappearances. The changes. The count. Unaccounted for.
What changes?
Ah, the changes in the air. Smell the air. Smell it. You can smell it, I can tell. It is different. It is different than what it was just mere weeks ago. There's been so many things, new things, odd things, strange things that have been happening here. And there is only one answer to the questions that befall us. And that is the Witch of Briarstone. She is here. She has come back and is down the river. And I have seen her. I've seen her lights. I have seen her spells. And I know that it is only a matter of time before she decides to take this entire city, this entire town, as she once did 122 years ago.
Said the witch is down the river.
Down the river, yes, I've seen her lights and spells, her fogs and her
She's in a van.
dances.
I did not see a van.
She's on a steady diet of government cheese.
Velveeta.
Did you see the thing that your OKSDM posted on his website about the Velveeta Martini?
Yeah.
An abomination!
This man.
Steve Schindler sent him an email that had the link to it, and he was revolted. As a martini purist, your OKSDM could only think of how horrible that must be to actually drink a martini of cheese.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but
That is good.
Do not read group emails.
Yeah, you should never, ever, ever drink a martini of cheese. It is an abomination.
that does sound terrible. So how often have you seen?
What was that? Elijah,
How
No,
often
no,
have
in
you
the,
seen
in
these
the,
lights?
in the shot glass.
Elijah.
Oh, Elijah Craig, okay. Sorry, go ahead.
We
Go
killed-
on then.
We killed and melted down a guy named Elijah.
I knew what it was.
I was speaking in code.
I thought it was like Elijah, like, oh, it's, the God,
No, in that.
Forgive me, I've obviously touched the head.
He names the glasses Elijah, so it's very confusing.
What was it, Elijah?
Yeah, I was like, what?
How often do you see these lights? How often? Do you
Oh,
see
the
these?
lights every night.
Every night.
Down the river to the east. Down the river to the east.
So this direction.
The river doesn't actually go east, it goes north.
The river goes north. Okay.
To the east where the sun comes. Or maybe they are the lights of the witch. I know not. And I don't own a compass. So I know nothing of this.
So wait, so the river doesn't flow to the
you
east,
should
but
Goes into town, not out from town.
okay, but it's still down. So
Closer
it's
to the
really
north.
upriver as
Yeah,
opposed to
Upriver is north,
You should.
So
hang out-
instead of downriver, it's upriver and it's to the
You
east.
should hang out with him
north.
in the evening and see these lights for yourself.
I mean, I have plans at 8 o'clock tonight, so I can't
Wow,
really do
wow.
Maybe we'll see, but according to this map,
So here
this
is-
way is north.
Wait, so here's Thrushmoor.
Yeah.
The river goes this way.
Okay.
So from Thrushmoor, I mean, this is a large map, but it goes north, it's sort of northwest, actually. He's a psycho. You can't really take directions from him.
All right.
He's
Well,
obviously
A nut job.
can I roll sense motive
Sure.
to see how accurate the seeing the lights thing is, though?
absolutely. You show up with the ale,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Oh yes!" He grabs the ale out of your
Sure.
hand and just like sucks it down.
Okay.
Gone. And how many shots of liqueur did you throw in there?
At least 3.
3? All right. She's like, "Oh, telling people the truth is thirsty work.
Yes, it is.
May I perchance beg of you another one of those? What say you?
Oh, that's why.
Where?
And Thaddeus?
Can I study target, or could
You're
I?
gonna
study?
attack him?
No, it doesn't have to be an attack. It's just like, it's just a thing that I can use.
So
to
how long?
get
How long have we
bonuses
been?
for it.
We're waiting for our
15 minutes,
comrades.
maybe.
We're waiting for our other 2.
Yeah, 15 minutes maybe.
Do they show up at any time? I mean,
Yeah, at some point, I guess Elib will, yeah, and just a few minutes later, Elib and
okay. So
Jex will show up.
um,
So here's a question for you two guys. When you guys show up, you see
22,
Tavian.
by the way.
22. All right. So what are you trying to find out?
I was trying to figure out whether or not like the lights and fog and everything along those lines, if that was at all true, or if it sounds just as crazy as everything else, or if that seems like
It sounds, at first glance, it sounds just as crazy as everything else. But then you're like, that's awfully specific.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
he's talking about things that he's seen. He's not talking about things he believes, which is a lot of what he said. It's like the witch is going to do this, the witch is going to do that. We're all going to die.
yeah,
you
the
know,
river
blah, blah, blah.
going down.
But when he
river-
talks about having seen these things, it's a different kind of vibe you get from
okay,
him. And you think that maybe he might be embellishing a little bit, but you think that maybe
it might be something.
he has seen something.
Might be some
and,
lights, might be
but
some
the,
fog.
what he is, any bits and pieces of the story that Duswar was present for him to expound on,
Mhm.
any of it make any connections with the stories that we have heard? Because we're gonna.
Well, so you know the tale of the Witch of Briarstone,
Right.
right? So it is true that about 120 years ago, the town of Thrushmoor, which was much smaller than, all of the people here disappeared, like in one night, and nobody really knows what happened. The guess is it's sort of like the Roanoke thing, right? Where they just sort of decided that the crops had failed, the fish had died, and they decided to en masse just throw everything on a wagon to take off. But nobody has any proof for that. And as far as anybody knows, those people didn't really show up anywhere nearby. And suddenly, the Smiths were here in Thrushmoor, and now they're in the next town over of Thrushton or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And oh, well, that's where they went. nobody really ever saw those people anymore. And it's assumed that they sort of somehow got a boat. Generally speaking, it's assumed they somehow got a boat, flew into Lake and Carton, and floated into Lake and Carton and basically went somewhere south. But the creepier version is that the Witch of Briarstone, who lived on Briarstone Island, where the asylum was ultimately built.
But
Are we going? Are we
No,
making
no.
our way downtown?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're walking fast. Pace is fast. We're home.
I'm looking to see just connection. You don't have to go through the whole.
Yeah, basically, the Witch of Briarstone is essentially the creepier version of what happened to the people. The idea is the Witch of Briarstone, who lived on Briarstone Island, decided that the village had gotten too large and came over and killed everybody and dragged their bodies back over to the island
And ate 'em or
feasted
something.
on them. Yeah, exactly.
making the village smaller.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. So, generally speaking, the whole Witch of Briarstone idea is considered to be sort of folklore, sort of like, but generally speaking, the opinion of everybody is that something bad happened in the village.
I know.
Probably some sort of like fishing issue, where like fish went into a different place and nobody could find them anymore. And so over the course of, and everybody says it's like what happened overnight, but it's really probably the course of a couple of months. All these people decided to depart for Point South. Better fishing. There are fishing villages that are dotted along all of Lake and Carthen, and they would have been able to do that. Although, admittedly, nobody was able to say this family or that family moved to this place or that place. They really didn't. But honestly, who's looking?
Keeps records.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's medieval times. Who's a shit?
But that's what you know about the Witch of Briarstone.
All right. Well, okay. So anyway, I'm hoping that, if our companions do not show up after,
5-10 minutes out there.
I mean, the point is, I'm willing to go get this gentleman, another dose.
Another bomb.
But I want to see if it's having some effect. Either slow him down
The
or
first one doesn't seem to have any effect. You bring out the second,
How many
he
more
chugs that
leaves are
down
there?
too.
Yeah.
You're just like, that sounds good. And you see him start to sort of like
Getting that for me?
slow down.
Mhm.
And he begins to learn his words a little bit. He still is talking about the Witch of Briarstone is going to be there, and how you guys believe it, and who are these two people? More believers. I know you guys will be saved. And he's sort of like, it's not long after he's sort of like, hey, event. I think that these bars, the Witch of Briarstone will probably get us.
I'm gonna
I feel a little
keep glancing over at Dustwater. What did you do?
woozy.
Oopsie.
You don't have a chicken leg. A little hungry there. Anyway, the Witch of Briarstone. We need to watch out. We need to warn everybody. And I hope that you,
I'm not a chicken.
creature,
Hey,
you
wait.
creature.
No.
What?
Jex. You may call me Jex.
You're a Jax. I've never heard of those. Are there many of you?
One.
Single creature. See, these are the signs that tell us that the Witch of Briarstone is near when
I'm gonna look down.
odd, draconic creatures show up
I'm
with
gonna look
their
down at.
large, weirdly comparison friends.
I'm gonna lean down to Jex
Weird.
and whisper stealthily in his ear. This man is crazy. Don't take anything he says too hard.
I'm not crazy.
Again,
the only
stealthily.
say, perhaps I'm
Do I
so
need to roll
sane
for
that I
Roll stealth.
20.
Okay, perception. 24. He goes, I'm not crazy. Perhaps I'm so sane that I've just blown all your mind.
Okay,
What
well,
was your
I
name?
tried.
He did say the
My
crazy
name.
ones can always hear everything.
Elgrior is my name, but that's not really even important.
No,
What is important is the danger that is. I'm sorry, I'm having a bit of a seizure because of all the liquor that this Dustwater character has given me.
you see the lights from the witch every night, right?
I see them on the water. Yes, you see them too.
I would like to go with you to observe tonight's lights.
I feel like he's about to murder a crazy old man.
You
Yeah.
join me.
I will join you.
Yes. He reaches out and grabs both your shoulders. You can feel his weight sort of pressing on you, and you're just like,
It's okay, Liam.
you know. And you see, you know, he's obviously sort of like balance is becoming a problem.
Right.
Why do I feel like I know
Yes,
this accent?
yes, you will come with me, and will bring your
I don't
immense,
have dancing lights.
your immense,
That's
weirdly.
I don't have.
exactly what I think.
Joshua, Thalios, will you come with us? Will you come and see what I see?
I
You
would.
must. You must.
I have.
I will hear none of it.
Yes, I
I knew that you
have a prior engagement first, but as soon as that is done, I will find and join you all.
All right then. Meet me at sunset near the river's edge.
Mine is
I'm gonna
after
go get a big
sunset.
kahuna dog. I'm starving, but I will see you there.
I actually don't have dancing lights yet.
Okay.
My fifth level.
You don't have dancing lights? How are we going to see?
My fifth level.
Idiot! No, he seems to be. You sort of see him sort of like sliding in his chair. So he's like sort of like over, like leaning against the wall, and he begins. You know, after this, he's like, "Yes, I will see you at the river's edge. I will show you what I've seen. I will show you witches' lights."
Okay.
And then he's like, "Oh, if you'll excuse me, I have to rest just a minute."
Okay.
So let's all move away from the man.
He puts his face down on the table, and immediately, all within seconds, you hear snoring basically coming out
Where are we at?
over by the silver wagon.
I guess they have outdoor seating.
No, it's across the way.
Is there a fire anywhere? Like, you know,
Fire?
well,
Like,
for
is something
warmth
on
or
fire?
anything? No. Just like a fireplace or anything like that. or-
Yeah, no, you're out on the street,
Out
kind
on
of.
the street. Okay.
So there's no like fireplaces. There's one in the silver wagon, which is just over there.
Okay. So I'm running over to the silver wagon.
Which you're not allowed into.
Well, Erevar paid his bill.
Erevar paid my bills. I'm allowed in.
Fair
Yeah.
enough.
I'm not actually looking for a fire. What I'm looking for is a stick that was on fire that would have charcoal a little bit.
Charcoal. Yeah, well, so the silver wagon has an
You're
immense
shocking
fireplace where they do it, and the moment you come in, you know,
Not yet.
obviously Dina is just like, she doesn't say anything, but she's watching you like a hawk.
I run over and grab a stick that has some charcoal on it
Yeah.
and run out.
All right. So you have a charcoaly stick.
Draw a mustache with a
Alright.
curl on it. While
Look
he's
at that old
sleeping. While he's sleeping.
What on Elgringer?
No.
All right. Well, he's got a big beard, so I mean,
This guy on the left.
Yeah, but the mustache is gonna come out on the cheeks and curl up a little bit. So
too far. Okay. All right. Yeah. He's like,
yeah, you don't want that.
yeah.
He won't see it.
Okay.
Just
All
being-
right, so let's all move away from here.
All right. So, where do you guys go next?
Do we want to go
It's,
back?
it's probably about
Well, we have a-
3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So you got several hours. before
I have a
you-
date with him. You have a date with someone else.
I mean, I was gonna go over all that we found and all that we saw, but
Okay, let's go over that. We're gonna go to a room or to the common area of the
Sleepless.
sleepless
Okay.
and talk.
Well, and so Cecilia can't be there, but
No,
she
we don't need
sends, she sends other people to sort of like listen. Winter can't be there either, but there are other people of the Sleepless Agency. Meg Talon being the primary one, and she comes in and she's like, boss says I gotta listen to what you guys say. You know, find out anything interesting?
it's a debrief.
Well, she's just sitting in really.
Ooh, shit. Well, Dustmore discovered that the Mwangi visitors that were, or if not the exact same Mwangi visitors that were here previously, there are a few that are currently at the constabulary, or the fort, and they're putting up some sort of pole that is about, and I'll explain the dimensions because I completely forgot them.
That's okay.
There were only
Big.
yeah, a big ass pole that they put in the ground, and there were only 3 of them doing it.
Okay.
It's whoever these people are that are in that fort are not to be messed with.
Okay.
I don't know about the others that were doing martial training, but the Mwangi are absolutely more dangerous than they first appeared.
Okay.
The old man seems to have been talking about some lights and some fog
On the river?
on the river, something along those lines,
Okay.
which, considering everything else that it was saying, would normally be just thrown off as being crazy.
Lights on the river west of here in a northerly direction.
Something along those lines. Somewhere.
I showed you the match. You can say whatever direction it
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
Somewhere there's apparently lights and fog, and there's something along those lines that is causing him to think this. This is not coming from a vacuum. However crazy he may be, he's
You
seen
believe that
patterns.
he's actually seen
Oh,
something.
he
Yeah.
believes he has seen something.
Or at least something is causing him to see a pattern that may or may not be there. It may not be connected to the
He
witch.
believes he has seen something.
He believes that it's connected to the witch.
Okay.
If nothing else, he may be imagining that he saw something. He may be imagining the connection to the witch, but regardless, his mind is making a connection to something that he has.
Yeah, your guess is that he saw something.
He saw something, and his mind was trying to rationalize it.
Okay.
So whatever that thing is
Okay.
it's causing him to save hundreds of progressive.
Only the bundles.
Only if he bundles, of course. But yeah, he.
Okay.
Can you request them to be individual policies so you don't save as a bundle?
I have no idea.
The
I don't
savings
work.
is tied into the bundle. Duh.
What if I don't want to save?
Elon Musk.
I want to maximize my expenses
All right. So
and then not pay bills.
a couple of things
some-
happening
Since
today.
Aravar's paying for everything.
Yeah.
Also, there's a person who recognized me.
Who was it?
Human male, short brown hair, soldier-like, was wearing a gladius as well.
Okay.
I know. Apparently, we worked together, or at the very least, we trained together. But he seemed to be walking towards the Iris estate, towards Iris Hill. I have a meeting with him tonight at 8. I figured I would go alone to that because I don't want to run the risk of him recognizing somebody else and then having that spiral out of control.
Okay.
But yeah, there's something obviously going on in this town.
Thumbs up. All right. So who's going to the stain to meet the friend?
Just me.
And who's going to, the rest of you guys are going to meet at dusk.
Yeah.
To meet the crazy person down the way.
Yep.
Okay.
That's where I went home.
Let's do you first. So what time do you get there? You go early, you go late?
I go early.
Okay.
I go early initially, then I leave, and then I arrive late.
Okay.
Because I want to get an idea of the lay of the land.
Well, it's the same. So, I mean, you've been there before. So
Yeah.
the Eamon greets you and he's like, hey, Tavian, hi, it's good to see you again, bud. Ale? Silver? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Slings you an ale down the way.
Yeah.
What can I do for you tonight? You want something off the haunch? We got, let me check. Oh, it's goat again. So,
Question.
Yeah.
Did you? I know you. Just the other night you saw me, but
sure.
had you seen me before that night?
I gotta be honest with you, I don't get out much. So unless you came here quite a bit, I wouldn't know you. I don't remember.
Do you remember a friend of mine? He's actually meeting me here tonight, and I'll describe the man. And that's
Oh, you
clear.
mean Keldrin? You mean Keldrin? You say hang out with him?
Yeah.
He's a great guy. He's a good dude. He's coming around tonight. He hasn't been around for a couple of days. So
Yeah.
that'd be great. You guys gonna hang out? That's awesome.
Yeah.
Tell you what, first round's on me.
I already paid for my first round, so
No, first round with the two of you.
Okay, there we go. Then yeah.
Yeah.
I will be back in a brief period of time.
Just a little
want to-
tinkle or
I need to know my
I'm
business.
a little upset that I'm missing out on these free drinks.
And then
But I don't know about them, so I'm not upset.
So you leave, go off somewhere.
Yes. So I got the man's name, so now I don't have to worry about like
Keldra is the way what he said.
Keldra.
Mhm.
Yes.
All right. So you're gonna then come back late. How late?
Just a few minutes.
A few minutes in.
10
All
minutes
right.
late.
As you stumble, as you walk into the stain, you see down at the end of the bar, you see the same guy.
Yep.
He's dressed the same. He's kind of like that. He's got a nail in front of him. He's like, yo, David, over here. Come on.
Hey, how's it going? And I'll
Hey, gets up. He's like, gives you a big hug. He's like, man, it's good to see you. I can't believe it. I can't believe it's been like 5 weeks since you took off. What, you been working for the? Were you working for the count or something like that? Or you got? Where did you go, man?
no idea what you just did.
In the nut house.
I just needed a vacation. I ended up, going off for a little ways.
But like a hunting trip or something?
Fighting-
Something like that.
Fighting
Oh,
undead
okay.
and mind players.
That sounds cool. Did you bag anything?
Shapeshifters.
What did you say?
Did you bag anything?
Nothing to brag about.
Ah,
So it's
man.
mostly just small game and mostly,
All right,
it's
that's
mostly
cool,
just
that's
kind
cool.
of
It's I totally
live off
agree.
the land
It's
kind
fun to
of
get
thing.
away from things and this kind of a. But man, Tavian, it's good to see you. I can't believe you're back in town. This is great, man.
It's
I
good
cannot
to be
believe.
back.
You were missing an N in that question.
What did I say?
Bag. Did you bag anything?
So it was that kind of big.
Yeah.
I mean,
went to
clearly.
Thailand. No.
Clearly I did.
Where's your friend? Where's your
Oh,
lady friend?
she was not feeling well.
Ah,
She ended up getting the
that's
stomach
it.
bug.
Hey, they're just you and me, bro.
Exactly.
We'll hit it.
Just like old times.
Oh man,
Here,
we had
here.
some good times.
Let me buy the first drink and I will.
Slide the free drink over to him.
Yeah,
Yes, I will
Slide
yeah.
it over there like, nice.
Taking credit.
Taking credit. All right, so basically he's like, man, where did you go? I mean, how was the hunt? I mean, you sort of lay out this hunting story, and he's like all ears. So like, tell me about where'd you go? Was it a good spot? Can I go? Next time, that kind of thing. He seems, I mean, he knows you. There's a few moments where he's like, he's kind of looking at you funny, and you're like, what? And he goes, you know what? There's something different about you, man. Maybe it's your time in the woods. You don't seem like a woodsy guy,
I
but
know.
maybe
Yeah.
that's it. Your little Tristan
I still don't
must have
care.
been something. He's like,
And
old
I'm
Mav
lost.
I
was
am not the
talking
person
about.
I
He said
think.
you got shipped off to Briarstone for a little while. Lowell
I did think
sent
Lowell.
you out there, but that guy's always making up stories. That
She went-
kind of stuff. I was
Pointed
worried
me
that you
once,
guys
I'm
kind of
like, I
got
don't care.
stuck up in there. You
Moved
guys,
on.
that's not true, is it? You didn't have to go to Briarstone, right?
No, not really. I mean, I was there for maybe a
Wait,
day,
what?
but
A day? Was everything all right, or was it just like an air?
I mean, when I went there, everything was fine. But,
Alright.
I've heard.
Well, we
some-
heard we heard there was some crazy shit going on with that fog, man. That was weird. And then there was I heard there was a group of people came over on a couple of boats.
I roll
off of
sense
Briarstone,
motive?
and it's like you can see it now. I mean, you can see Briarstone if you're at the thing. You can see Briarstone. It's like in ruins. I hope you missed all that, man.
Can I roll sense motive to see if he's trying to
Sure.
catch me in anything? I would have been studying target this whole time.
Sure.
Not that it matters because I rolled a 3. So 9.
Seems genuine. He just seems to be making small talk.
Yeah, I heard the same thing. Like whenever I got back, I heard
Crazy,
some-
right?
Yeah, it's weird.
I don't know what's
Um,
going on up there.
I don't know. I heard one guy saying that there were weird lights and whatnot.
Lights.
Yeah.
I haven't heard anything about weird lights. There's a lot of, I mean, there was like a whole week and a half where the whole place over there, the whole island was shrouded in fog, and none of the fishermen didn't want to go anywhere near it because it was crazy. There was one fisherman that said that he got into the fog and then he disappeared. It was a whole ordeal.
Did he come back or was that?
No, he disappeared. Man,
Oh,
just
wow.
didn't come back. So I don't know. There was a lot of people who were like hanging back, but everything seems fine now. But it's just like weird. Apparently there's a few nut jobs that escaped from the island and got back over here. So crazies that got out of the thing.
I heard
And they're
some-
trying to wrap them up, kind of thing. He's got a couple dudes with nets. you know, wandering around trying to catch people.
I heard something about a bag lady, but I don't know.
Bag lady.
Yeah.
I don't.
Does that ring any?
No, that doesn't ring any bells with me. But man, I don't know. Who knows what kind of nut jobs are up there, man.
Man, I'm sorry. I've like being out in the woods for so long. I tried to clear my head of certain things, but I totally forgot. Like, how long have you been out here now?
What, here in Thrushmoor?
Yeah,
Oh, you grew up here, man. You remember that? We talked about this.
I know.
Are you okay? He's like, kind of like smacks your head. He's like, you get clomped when you were out in the woods, man? That's crazy.
Internally want to stab him in that moment, but I refuse to acknowledge that.
He seems very familiar.
He is very, very familiar. Yeah, no, I just, like I said, I kind of let my mind wander, kind of, lost track of certain things.
I get you. I wonder what you were up to when you were on the docks that one day, and I yelled out to you. You didn't say anything. But you were like, I don't know. You were like, I thought you were fishing at first, but you put something underneath. I don't know. It was weird. But I waved at you, but that was the day you took off. So you were probably just setting some up, getting ready to get on a boat or something. You took a boat to where you were going?
That was probably the day that I went over to the asylum.
Oh, you're probably waiting for the shuttle to take you over there.
Yeah,
I get it. Yeah, no, that makes sense. I saw you on the dock, and you were sort of like, I don't know, something like you were like repairing it or something. But I don't know. I yelled out, but you didn't react, so I just kept on going.
Did I? Or I. Oh God. Okay, so out. How do I phrase this?
My balls look better than this.
What's you say?
My balls look bigger than this. That's probably not the way to phrase it.
No.
Well, if you're into,
So I would have phrased it.
Yeah. Why are you looking at me that way?
Damn it! I don't know what
I don't have any
to
more
ask.
shots. Just sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh, did you see me? Did you say me, or you said you saw me like tinkering something? Did I?
Yeah, over on Pier 12. I
see me
I
take
yelled
it?
out. You didn't answer.
Did you see me take it with me?
No, it looked you like you were like, I don't know, something underneath the dock. I don't know. You look like you were repairing something underneath the dock. I'm assuming you were waiting for the boat to take you over to Briarstone. If you said you were good, that was the day you went over to Briarstone.
Yeah.
So it's probably you were just waiting for the boat and maybe saw a soft spot in the dock or something. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that there was something that I thought that I had taken something from under there, but I guess I don't know. I guess my mind is going. I'm becoming a lot more forgetful. That's kind of why I needed to take a trip. I wanted to go clear my head and
I get you, man. It
clear up
happens,
my,
yeah. Getting older, you know.
yeah, getting older. Can I get Can I get the vibe of like if he's just genuinely being friendly,
Sure.
or if he
Give me a
is like,
sense photo.
yeah. Natural 20.
Natural 20.
So 26.
So yeah, I mean the vibe. So there's a couple of things there. You get a natural 20, you get a couple of things. So one, you get the impression that largely this guy is what you see is what you get, right? He's a local, knucklehead.
Yeah.
Who has done a variety of things. You and he became friends and had some running around that you guys did and that kind of stuff. But to your eyes, that's probably as far as it goes. You guys are part-time drinking buddies. Every once in a while you run into, grab dinner, grab a few drinks, have a good time.
Okay.
Your guess is that you guys don't have anything other in common than that.
Okay.
When he talks about the dock, the Pier 12, and he's like, you're probably fixing it. That's an odd thing to say because it would indicate that you were like sort of like, and he says that you were sort of like fixing the bottom of it, and you try not to press too hard.
Yeah.
But he definitely remembers you doing something on the end of that pier that he saw and then walked away. He says he yelled out to you, you didn't answer, and so he just kept on going. Figure you didn't hear him, that kind of stuff. You say, well, that was the day I went over to Briarstone. He's like, well, you probably wait for the boat. or a boat, something like that. There was no boats there at the time.
Alright, so it doesn't, so all in all, he doesn't seem like he's trying to like catch me in a lie or trying to.
No, not at all. He's just like, hey, the last time I saw you, kind of thing. That was the last time I saw you. Then you disappeared for like a month, man, and nobody knew what you got up to.
How's everybody doing?
Oh, it's fine. He names a few names, like a couple of those guys. A couple of those guys. I don't see around anymore. I don't know where they got off to. There was some talk that they were maybe thinking about leaving town and that kind of stuff. So probably they did that. It's been weird around here lately.
Yeah,
It's a funky vibe, man.
yeah, seems that, just from sleeping the past, last night, everything felt way weirder than I remember. A lot darker.
Been a lot of crazy stuff happening in town. But it's still a good town, man. They still make good ale here at the Stain, right? Hey, man. He's like, you got it, buddy.
In my mind, I'm like, this kid needs to find new places to go.
Well,
But
there's only like 2 places to go in the whole.
I know. I mean, he needs to leave this town and go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Try.
But yeah,
different ale.
I mean, for your vibe is that this guy is genuine. I mean, he doesn't seem like he knows you well, right? Drinking
It's
buzz.
very surface level.
Yeah,
drinking.
yeah.
All right.
He's interested in where you've been, but he doesn't pry too hard.
Okay.
You get the impression from him that you've been gone a little over a month.
As I've been sitting here talking to him, can I get now that I've got more time, could I have been checking to see if there's any sort of insignia, any sort of indication of where he works?
Absolutely, yeah. None of that. You don't see any insignia. No letters. It's use. He doesn't have any nomenclature about it. It's just regular armor and that kind of stuff. I mean, honestly, you don't get any sort of vibe as to what he actually does for a living.
That puts me on edge. For some reason.
He does seem caparisoned as a fighter.
He's got a gladius, right?
Well, not technically gladius, more like a short sword,
okay.
but it's shaped largely like a gladius. I mean, pointy tip, that kind of thing. Depends on how late you stay.
Hey,
Other than that, everything proceeds apace. You have other questions?
I'll ask him about work and try and discern from that where it is he works.
So he gives a frustrated sort
Maybe-
of side, sort of
Cookies are
blathers.
good.
And he's like, you know what? It's been on and off. I've been doing a little work, bringing things in from some of the outlying areas, bringing to the city. I've been doing some catch can here. But you know what? I really miss kind of slinging a little blade, slinging a little steel around. Ever since Lowell's left, the constables left. I tried to sign up at Fort Thing because they needed replacements, but they already had guys already set up, man. I don't know what that's all about, but yeah, they didn't need any. So I've been sort of doing odd jobs here and there.
I saw you heading towards Iris Hill. Are you?
Oh, I was dropping off a batch of foodstuffs and a couple of bottles of wine that had gotten ordered. I was just delivering an order for a guy. Get a couple of silvers for it, just to walk the ground. I don't mind walking. I don't mind going up to Iris Hill. Dropped it off.
I know at this point that he's probably not lying, but even still, it's good to check.
it's
13.
the base setting of a lie detector test.
13.
13? Seems truthful.
Well, listen, man, it's been it's good seeing you, good drinking with you again. I gotta go do something real quick.
What? You taking off?
I promise you, we will have more nights like tonight.
All right, brother. That's what I like to hear. You can come back tonight, maybe after you get done with your thing?
We'll see. I might end up crashing at my girl's place.
I get it.
We'll see how tonight goes. We'll
All
see
right.
if I get lucky.
Sounds good.
We're
Sounds
shooting.
good, brother. Hey, good luck. Take care. Boom, boom. I'll see you later.
See you later.
Talk tomorrow. Figure out when the next time we go out on the town is. Yeah.
Sounds good. Where are you staying?
I'm staying over. You know my place. It's over by blah blah
It's
blah.
home.
It's got a spot.
I haven't moved.
Right.
I have a move. All right, man. Check you later. Check you later. Have a good one.
Will do.
Goes, he orders another drink as you walk out.
I leave, and as I'm leaving, like, I had this guy for so long.
Seems like he knows it pretty good.
I don't like it.
What about you guys? So sundown is coming. And you guys go to the prearranged meeting point that you guys agree with. You see,
You're the big man.
you guys get there a little earlier. Sun's still up.
I need to be going right around 11 o'clock.
Tonight?
Yeah.
What time is it now?
It's
10:36.
Okay.
I mean, you guys can, but I'm fading fast.
All right, but you'll be all right? You stick out?
No, I gotta go to work. I gotta be up.
Gotcha.
It works.
Coming tomorrow, right? After work.
Yeah, after work, yeah.
Got it. Okay. All right. So you guys get down there a little early.
You meet
before
the guy.
sundown. Yeah, the guy sort of stumbles up. He's like, man, I felt like I was hit by the hammer of the gods in some ways. Woke up in the street, but glad to see you all here. You've come just in time. We will see the lights of the witch. You will see the truth of what I tell you. I know that you have been dubious. You have been dubious. I can tell it in your eye, dragon creature. But I promise you.
Who's he referring to as dragon creature?
Cool.
Dragonkin.
But I promise you, you will see the things that I have seen, and you will know the things that I have known. Let us wait. Have you brought anything to eat? Dragon creature. Never mind. You there,
I may not have mentioned this to you before,
madam.
but I'm a direct descendant of Thalaxa.
Okay.
Salacia?
I mean,
Thalaxel.
I'm just,
He's a copper dragon.
Hey, me too.
Interesting.
Did anyone bring anything to eat? While we wait. A snack, perhaps, or a bottle of water. Skin.
I have water.
Ah! May I have some of it?
Yeah.
Yes. He drinks the skin completely up. Just sucked it dry.
Hey!
Oh, that was wonderful. I didn't believe how dehydrated I was from those 2 ales that I had. I felt so strange and weird. It was like I was drugged by some sort of crazy necromancer.
This man has DM knowledge.
The sun goes down. He continues to babble on about various kind of things. But the sun goes down. He's like, the time of the witch is at hand. Observe! Look to the north! To the north! And you're like,
Which way is he looking?
looking to the north.
Okay.
Let's look it upriver.
because they said
Right.
before the east.
Yes, but that was an error on his part.
Okay.
An error that sometimes DMs make when they say things like that.
I stand slightly behind him.
Okay. So the sun finally goes down. It takes a while, and so there's probably a half an hour where the sun's fully down and it gets dark out there. And at one point, one of you guys decides to light a torch. He's like, "No, put it out! You won't be able to see. You won't be able to see the lights. Extinguish it!" And he runs over and grabs the torch, and throws it in the river. It has to be pure dark so we can see the witch lights.
Are they fireflies?
Well, there's the fireflies.
We
around.
don't know
He's not
yet,
paying
but-
attention. He's sort of
Fireflies.
kneeling down on the edge of his like, and there's about half an hour, 40 minutes, and you're like, this guy's out of his mind. And he's like, ah, there they are, the witch lights, the witch of Briarstone. You can see them. And you look over there, and you can see about half a mile, 3/4 of a mile down the river. You can see what looks to be a weird, sort of greenish blue light. At first, you're like, it's just a reflection of the moon or something like that. It's like, no, it's not. Look. And it does seem to get brighter. So you say, that is her. That is her lair. That is the witch lights. I told you the witch of Briarstone was good, and you believed me. I knew you would. I knew you would. If you didn't, you wouldn't be here.
I believe you.
I know, Dragonkin.
Have you investigated?
Oh, I dare not. I dare not. As much as I wish to warn all of the residents of Thrushmoor of the danger that it picks them, I dare not go down the river to check this out, because I would undoubtedly be killed and eaten by the witch, and then who would warn the town? It is my duty to stay away. And in this way, you would probably not find me an excellent DM PC.
Thrushmoor, you'd like to go with Elib and I to investigate?
Absolutely,
What time was it at this point?
absolutely.
9:30, 10ish, approaching 10.
About how long was I hanging out with Kelvin?
45 minutes to an hour.
Okay, so while,
You caught up.
oh, look, there are lights.
You're just now approaching and we're like, hey, look, there's lights now.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's not like lights. It's not like torches. You see a sort of a weird glow on
We're
the
not
wall.
here.
Yeah.
We're at the north end of the town looking north.
At the north end of town looking north. I thought we were at the riverfront.
Yeah,
On the river.
goes
On the
north.
riverfront, yep.
River runs north. We're at the north end of town,
Yep.
at the
yep,
river.
yep, yep.
looking north.
Yeah.
City lights are behind us.
Yeah.
Because we need dark.
Yep. And so you look over there, and it's not bright, but you do see that there is a weird greenish blue light which seems to scatter across the river in a certain area, about 1/2 to 3/4 of a mile upriver.
Elib, are you interested in investigating?
That's great.
I sure as hell am.
I promise Elib a Scooby snack and we go.
We need a boat.
Are you
The
coming?
river is difficult.
Yes, you have
There's
a boat?
available.
Boat.
We use that one.
Excellent.
Hey, wanting us to
Got a shallow
row
draft.
upriver.
Yeah.
It does have a shallow draft.
Well, it's good that we got Elam.
All right, so you guys get in the boat, and Agrior is like, "Farewell, heroes. I know that you will see what I have seen, but I beg you, be careful. Do not engage the witch. She will kill and eat you, and you, my friends. I have no wish to see you destroyed. I would prefer that you go down into the lake, escape this place, as
Right.
all of us must."
We've already got.
That's plan 2.
I am worried. I am worried about you.
We're rowing past at this point.
Fear not, friend. We are taking acceptable fodder with us.
What are you doing?
We are taking
Father.
acceptable
We,
losses.
we don't want to mention it out loud to them because they may hear.
Okay. What do you say?
We are taking fodder and I'm
We're
very.
taking acceptable fodder with us.
He's not coming with.
I know.
Then who's the father? Hello, mother. Hello, father.
Well, it's not me.
Hey,
It's
man,
not Elib.
are you fucking kidding me?
All right, move the
Apparently
main
we're
map.
the fodder.
Go.
No, you can't pull that far up. It's a boat. Come on, man. You're talking about, it's like taking a boat on I-55. All right.
You can get a butt on the I-55. I think you deserve to go.
Ignore.
Way you want to go.
Ignore the crappy compass rose. He tells you lies. Where are your dudes?
Is that north?
Start about
It is 10:45.
okay. You okay?
We got Elam rowing in the middle.
Elib's in the middle rowing.
I row real well.
I row real well.
I'm in the back with an oar, kind of trying to steer it.
Are you big enough for that? I mean, seriously.
Okay.
It takes his whole body in order to push. but-
Yeah. I would say you're human, right?
Kind
As
of.
far as you know.
It's big enough to
Yeah.
steer, bigger than, I mean,
Yeah.
it's
What's your strength?
Okay.
only 11.
It's higher than mine.
Oh, well, I'll do it. Yeah, that's fine. I mean,
It's by 1, so it's not like there's a modifier difference.
yeah, no, I'll do it.
So Jax, Elib, Tavian, and Dustbar.
Okay. So you guys are slipping down the river. Takes a few minutes for you guys to get that far. And you're going upstream, so that's more difficult. But as the closer you get, the more you see the light that Elbrior had talked about. And it does seem to be.
It does seem to be a light.
It does seem to be a light. It's bluish green. And does anybody have knowledge nature?
Nope.
Knowledge nature.
Not it.
Give it to me.
I have knowledge psionics.
Psionics.
But no,
This is oddly.
Nobody has knowledge nature.
None of the people that
No.
Anybody have anything that might be appropriate?
knowledge planes.
Knowledge local?
I got
Knowledge religion.
planes.
That's all I got.
Oh, I've got, or I don't have any points in it, but I have knowledge local.
That local?
Oh,
In
no,
local.
Smart man.
15.
Knowledge local. Okay. So this is difficult, but a 15 is pretty good. Basically, you suspect you guys approach that the light that you see, the bluish green light, is some sort of bioluminescence. Oh, fuck. Like there's something in there that is radiating this light.
So it's like jellyfish.
no.
Jellyfish.
Not like,
Well, it's not in
not
the
it
water.
being an animal, but like.
Yeah, as you get closer, you realize that it is
Try-
definitely
I couldn't
coming
think
out
it.
of. What'd you say?
Nothing.
What?
Nothing.
No, tell me what you said. As a DM, I have a right to know.
Will-o-wisp.
I didn't say that.
I mean, that's.
I didn't
kind of-
either.
I mean, it's kind of like a jellyfish. It just floats in the air instead of the sea. I was just thinking of a real world example, not necessarily like, because I was trying to think in my head.
The most common D&D example of lights that float in the air.
No, I was trying to think of a real world example of something that's bioluminescent. Not like. I don't know why the jellyfish was the only thing that I could think of in that moment.
Well, it's not
Fireflies.
bad. It's not necessarily a bad. Yeah, firefly, some sort of bioluminescence. It doesn't flicker. If
No,
that helps.
steady.
It's steady.
Absolutely bogus.
And it's sort of like a blue-green light.
Can I roll knowledge pain in the ass?
Do you have points in that skill? Because pain in the ass skill is trained.
From experience, he has a pain in the ass.
From my piece, from my personal experience, yes.
What do
With other
you want to
games.
try and find out?
So what? Okay, so where exact are the lights above the water or are they below the water?
They're on top of the water.
So
So
top of the water.
yeah, as you guys approach, you basically get a much clearer picture of what's going on. It looks like something in here is radiating light that emanates out into the river and sort of like shines on the water.
Is that also water,
It's pretty bright.
or is that like a shallow? Or is that like
It's the river. Then now you do see as you get up, there's a sort of like a little mud bank inlet
that's what
there.
I'm saying?
And you could see from where you are that there's looks to be a hole in the mud bank.
Rolled a 19 on the spellcraft.
Uh-huh. Oh, for the lights? Your guess is it doesn't look magic to you. It's more like
I
bioluminescence.
mean, it
So
could be a
it's just-
continue a
it
light
seems
spell
natural.
or something like that.
Seems natural.
So
But I
what-
mean, none of you have knowledge nature apparently, so you
I
don't
have
know how
knowledge local.
natural it could be.
I have knowledge arcana. I know.
That's not gonna work.
It is not.
Geography?
Maybe.
4.
Maybe not.
I have summoned survival.
Survival might work.
Oh well, fuck! I've got points.
You didn't tell me that.
15.
15 survival?
12 survival.
You get bonus on there?
If I'm studying the target, if it counts as a target.
I'm assisting. +2.
There you go. All right, so 14, 15. So yeah, your guess is that there, since it doesn't move, and it generates a fair amount of bioluminescence. I mean, it was visible from about a half a mile away, not easily visible, but visible. As you get closer, it's a fair amount of light that's coming out of that cave. Your guess is fungus, some sort of bioluminescent fungus.
So not necessarily anything inherently evil.
No, you don't necessarily think it's even a creature, because it doesn't move, it doesn't flicker, it doesn't give off shadows. It's not moving. Your guess is that it's probably some sort of, your guess is that it's probably some sort of bioluminescent fungus that is simply too dim to be seen in daylight. But when night comes down, you can see the luminescence, especially against the water.
Well, at least now we know.
Well, theoretically. So what are you guys going to do as far as you guys are approaching in your boat? Doesn't seem to be anything in front of it. It's just like a little muddy kind of like outcrop.
Is this land?
It's more like a bank. Yeah, there's no place to dock.
Okay, so they're not a point where we can like pull off and.
Only that place that is highlighted on the map is really where you can pull off.
Do we want to hop out and investigate? I mean, it seems like it's just going to be some fungus, but you know, if nothing else, we can block off the fungus.
It's floating above the river.
Yeah, it's on top of the river. It's coming out. Well, it's light, right? So it's not underneath the water.
Or on the water.
On the water, it's above the water, and that's how it's reflecting off of it. You can see it.
Fungus doesn't float.
Might be lily pads. Might be
Lily pads float on the surface.
still water. Is this water?
It's not still. It's not still water. It's definitely moving water, moving towards Thrushmoor. So you guys had to paddle upstream to get there.
Something is above the water level, flying, floating, whatever you want to call it.
Is this inlet like a cave, or is it just?
Yeah, it's kind of like, well, cave might be too strong a word for it, but it looks like it's definitely an opening in the bank. Realize that the banks are mud. So it's not like a stone cave, like it's not Merrimack Caverns.
No.
It's more like a hole in the mud bank. Now the mud bank goes up about 12, 15 feet. So
So it
there
be
could
something-
easily be something inside it.
So it could be something that's potentially growing along the cliffs, and the light is reflecting off the water.
It's not in the cliffs. It's definitely coming out of the cave mouth.
Or I mean, like, all right.
Go ahead.
What am
I don't know about others, but Doug and I have definitely been on river floats where there's like cave things you can kind of go into a
Right.
little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, so then,
Yeah.
It's
In
almost-
this
I
case, it's
believe
not
that-
stone. If you're looking at it, I'm sorry, go ahead.
oh, I was gonna say, I believe that it's almost certainly will-o-wisp, because good God, what other horrible nightmares could we possibly face? But
you,
Ghosts,
you don't give me enough credit.
say,
spirits, ghosts.
hopefully
Spirits.
not.
Well, you guys think it might be just bioluminescent fungus. These things exist.
I think it's witch lights.
Okay. To your point about will-o'-the-wisps, will-o'-the-wisps move.
Yeah.
So, and you don't see any variation of the light. It just seems to be something is lit up inside this mud cave.
And even
And
artificial.
the light is bright enough where it's shining up on the river water and
Reflecting
sort of
off.
reflecting. And
And
that's
even
how you
like-
were able to see it.
even like candlelight or something along those lines would be flickering. So
Definitely
it's
not flickering.
So it's completely still light, and whatever is causing the still light isn't
It's not moving.
moving or anything.
Uh-uh.
It's just the water that's moving.
Yeah. And it's that water that's sort of like sending those reflections up. Frankly, it's not very bright. To have been able to view it from so far away it was due to the proximity to the water. The water enhanced the thing. And frankly, if there was no water there, if you were looking at just like a field, you'd have never seen it.
Okay,
We can still investigate though.
half of us go in and investigate. The other half hang back to make sure it doesn't escape.
Yeah, which half?
Well, just randomly, you two go in.
You know what? I don't really think that Thrushmoor is necessarily built for stealth, but I think the two of us are. I think we could go in fairly stealthily, and I think that we could, discern what's exactly going on. I mean, out of the four of us here, you and I are clearly the stealthiest. No offense to you two.
I'm taken.
Skull Belt and Shemale are gonna stealth in there.
I agree with it. No. No, those two are not.
If it makes you feel any better, you could hide behind me as we go.
Would probably definitely make him feel better.
I hide behind no one. I sometimes stand behind Elib.
You can follow
Well, not
me.
yet.
I
Not
will
until the
take
leather's
That's
done.
all the leather's done.
You can follow me. I take the lead.
We will go in together.
All right, well, so you gotta park the boat somewhere. So you guys have been sort of like,
I say there. Oh,
you just like punch it in there. You all right?
yeah, I was just trying to lean forward as much as I could, and
Chairs
it
are
did not work well for me.
Chairs are hard.
Chairs are difficult.
All right, move the boat.
Chairs are a bitch.
So's mead.
That meat is awesome, by the way.
I know.
It's excellent meat,
That is good.
Doug. I must commend you.
Don help.
As a potential crazy person, I must
And
commend
I
you.
hailed.
Hey, did you get special mead
And
yeast? Or did you use wine yeast?
No, I asked, no, it wasn't wine yeast. No,
Okay.
when I went to purchase, that's what I was gonna bring. I got another packet of that.
Yeah.
You don't have to bring me anything. I'm just curious because Thias is one of his like crazy people that he works with at his office.
Yeah, it's got.
He's got like 150 pounds of honey that he doesn't know what to do with. So it's like,
Ooh.
well, we'll take 4 gallons.
Ooh,
Oh, yeah. We'll take some.
ooh.
Yeah, so I'm gonna send
I
him a
wouldn't mind
bunch of
making
like.
more.
No, we got
Give me
the
some
equipment.
Do you want me to send some extra? You guys want some?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'll make it happen. But he's like, I have too many fucking bees. I'm
That
like,
is not a common problem.
yeah, it's
That's
like
not-
of all the problems
good
to have.
That's a good problem.
Yeah, so let me see how much I can get. So, but I plan on getting like 4 gallons
Well-
for myself to make meat.
Okay, but let me just tell you that I have another gallon of honey that I bought on Amazon at home.
Really?
And I bought 2 gallons. That 1 gallon makes.
This is 1 gallon for the
that
5,
makes 6. Well,
6, 5.
You did a 5 gallon batch with a 1 gallon of honey.
it started out with 6.
Okay.
That's a 6 gallon carboy.
Okay.
And, you know, so I'm just saying that you're making a hell of a lot of meat, you know.
Hey, I love meat. I'll drink it all day long.
I'm becoming more and more enraptured with meat.
It is delicious.
So-
muy deliciosa.
And then you could, the beauty about it is that
He has a basement.
I do have a basement.
I mean, the
Why
beauty
don't
about it
Technically, Beth has.
is that
I
it,
just-
Yeah.
different types of-
Basements are great for it to just sit in.
yeah,
Okay.
you can flavor it however you want. I mean,
You
you know,
said
it's
apples
the-
and grapes is what you threw in this one, right?
This one was apples and grapes. And you can
apples
definitely taste it. I definitely taste the apples.
Yeah.
I tasted apples too. It was
Really? Does
good.
that taste more
You know what I
than
want to
grapes?
do?
Do you?
You know what I want to do with mine? Maple syrup.
I would
Remember
like
the
to
maple
try
syrup
that.
meat that we got from those people?
Yeah.
It was
Maple
awesome.
syrup?
Yeah.
Well, no, then you can add just about
Anything.
the only thing you don't want to add is anything too acidic because that'll kill the yeast. Like if
Right.
you can't, you really
Oh,
shouldn't-
like lemons kind of thing.
yeah, or oranges and
Green
grapefruits and that kind of stuff.
It does, yeah.
Can't have grapefruit.
Like that's.
What if you stir it with your dick? Is that the problem? Or?
I wanted to
As
stir
long
it.
as your dick isn't acidic.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I wanted it to be stirred with Mindy. I wanted Mindy to stir it.
That's not gonna happen.
Wait, Mindy doesn't.
No, that's, see, at Fly Fest,
Oh, Arm of Dawn is part of the recipe.
so
How's she gonna stir?
she didn't have to do it.
Well, when you
What? I
first
don't
make
know.
it, it's just a plastic 5 or 6 gallon jug.
Oh yeah. Okay. So you don't
It is-
necessarily need
It is rather easy to put your arm in this and stir it.
Got it. Okay.
There's gonna be the
Like
hand
saying-
of Mindy.
All right. The boat
I would love that.
slides
but
up onto
I don't
this
see her.
mud cave mouth. And the light, the bioluminescent light, is coming out pretty significantly. It's again, even in front of it, it's not bright. It's not like, you know, there's like a searchlight coming out of this thing. It's a natural light. as you peer, who's that in front? Is that Jax? That's Jax in front.
Jackson in front.
Jax, give me a perception check.
Ooh, 20.
20. All right, even as before you even get out of the boat, you can see that there are big growths of what look to be pretty substantial, some sort of fungus that are on the walls of the cave, the ceiling. That's what he said. That are bioluminescent. You can see there are portions of them that are glowing. It's usually the febrile tips, sort of the fruiting bodies that are throwing off this sort of blue-green light. Again, not bright, but certainly enough light for you to see inside the cave. And you can, as you look back over the water, you can see that it's reflected on the water, and it's obviously what you saw. This is what El Grior has been saying. These are the witch lights.
With your permission, I would like to start thinking closest fungus that we see with acid splash.
Go ahead. Well, do you want to go further in first and see if there's anything?
I don't want to pass this glowing fungus behind me.
Touche, by all means.
So to your point, the fungus is mostly concentrated in this area right here. Sort of right here and right here.
Yeah.
It's sort of growing out, so it sort of squeezes this area a little bit. You don't see much back here.
Okay,
Would you roll in your perception?
20.
There's a portcullis here.
It's a good thing that was druids.
It's rusty, it's gross. Looks to be, the bars, you're not sure what metal they're made out of, but there is an actual portcullis back there. It's down.
Outstanding.
Um,
We're gonna go
so
ahead.
I'm standing here.
Mhm.
Is this okay for you, or do you want to stand somewhere else?
I'm fine standing next to you.
So you see where I'm standing?
Yeah.
Okay. I am shooting this area here with several acid splash spells. So there's a cantrip.
Okay.
So I can do it over and over again. It is a-
Steve had to take off. He says, thanks for the laughs.
Okay.
He enjoyed it.
It is a ranged touch attack.
Okay.
So basically
You could pop one off
a
every 6
10
seconds.
should hit.
Yeah. So basically, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna shoulder roll this. You basically are able to sort of like boom, 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 every 6 seconds, and the acids hit, and they hit this thing, and you could see as the fungus is kind of like it sort of melts a little bit, and a fair amount of the light is dim because you hit some of the light parts, and it just sort of melts away. I mean, there's some acid dripping down, and you can see there's acid mushroom kind of globulates down on the floor now. It doesn't make any it doesn't do anything response, I should suppose.
I now
You got a
stand,
jet?
Yeah, some fun. Yeah, I'm fading.
I now stand over on this side and
Do the
do
same.
that other side.
Same thing. You hit it a couple of
Do you have a torch?
and it just sort of like melts the fungus off the wall.
I don't need a torch. Do you need a torch?
I'm not
I do
getting any
not.
vibes on the undead thing, am I?
Do you have dark vision, Doug?
I do.
I think all of us have dark.
All four of us have dark vision.
Yeah.
Wait for us, or wait for about. Play the arbitrary number.
Elib,
12.
if you hear me scream, come help.
Wait about 30 seconds. and
Yeah,
then-
yeah, no undead vibes.
Wait for 30 seconds and vote. We'll try and stealth.
All right, so you're gonna sort of like step over the acid, the sort of mulch that you've created.
Right.
All right.
I'm
All right, you see
using-
a couple of things. Over to the left is a sort of opening that you can see is not covered by any sort of portcullis, but it looks like it leads into a different cave. But in front of you is a large, well, there's a fairly large doorway-sized hole. But really what it is a hole. And somebody has at some point in the past put a portcullis of some kind into this thing. So you can see sort of the corroded crossbar and the thing. You can see some of the crappy,
Mechanism.
the crappiness of the mechanism. Give me a perception check.
18.
19,
18. All right.
20 if it's a trap.
So when you're looking at the mechanism, so the iron parts of the mechanism are corroded and gross. They have stuff on them. And it's obviously that they have been there for a while.
A long time.
The rope, it is a rope, is brand new. I mean, there's no mud on it. It looks taken care of. It's not, frayed or anything. Your guess is that if the rope was as old as the mechanism,
It'd be rotted away.
it'd be rotted away.
But the rope is not connected to the mechanism.
It's absolutely connected.
Right.
Yeah.
The
So
rope
it
has been
looks like
replaced.
somebody took a brand new rope and connected it to
Connected to
this
the mechanism.
old mechanism that lifts the portcullis. Now the portcullis, you can tell from the portcullis, the way it's set up, is that the portcullis controls are on the other side of the portcullis, not your side. But the new rope stands out like a bunion on a butt.
Now,
Sure.
I am unsure of this as a character.
Right.
As a player, I know exactly what's going to happen.
What do you think's gonna happen?
Nothing.
Okay.
But as a character, I am unsure.
Okay.
So I cast Mage Hand
Okay.
and try to operate the portcullis mechanism
From the other side.
from the other side.
Got it. Okay. All right, so you can easily see the mechanism. It's not very far in.
Right.
Uh,
Not my issue.
How, so you're standing at that point, right there? You
No,
haven't
we'll
moved
be,
from there?
we'll be closer, I imagine, because this is where the portcullis is, right?
10 foot back, 5 foot back from there. Yeah. That's right. So I'm 10 foot back from the portcullis.
Okay. You begin mage handing over there and trying to twist the thing. It's hard at first, but you find the crank, it begins to crank, and you begin to see the portcullis lift up.
Okay.
Where you step too far forward, and you hear a shunk, and you see a blade come across right where you're at, across your feet. It's like a scything blade that just shoots across and goes across the front of your shins.
What percentage?
I should have told you to stand.
Attack is plus 15 melee. So
Percentage. Well, first it's to see. If
well,
it
it's a
hits.
trap, so it doesn't have to do that. It's automated, so it doesn't have a
I mean,
miss
it's-
shade.
The trap is more area of effect rather than to
Yeah.
hit.
Right, but it's still, like, the thing is still.
It's not going to miss you because you're vaporized. It's miss it. You basically activated a trap. 9 plus 15 is 24. 24 hit you? Ah, thank you.
Yeah, that'll hit.
All right, I love it. Anybody else that close? No. So,
Purposely stood back.
so 6 plus
Wait.
1.
It doesn't count as an attack, correct?
No,
No, it absolutely
Not
counts
attack,
as
it's a
a
trap.
well, not an attack from the point of view. It's a trap. You set off a trap.
Right. But if that, I guess
It's essentially it's not somebody trying to hit you. It's a
but it is something,
automated
like-
system.
But it is still something that is trying to hit.
Yes, but
whatever
it's triggered by actual movement. You as a fletchling,
Uh-huh.
you are invisible to well, not invisible, but you are skeeved out by people trying to hit you.
But it's
Right?
not
What is-
necessarily, it's not vision based.
It's not vision based.
what is
It's
what
just
is
me
the effect?
blending into the shadows.
Okay,
Right. That's not
So
going to help.
It's just my body is like forming into shadows the whole
right,
time.
but you're
It's not
still
the same.
there. It's not like you're partially there, partially not there.
Right, but
It's
it's
that you
still
hide with the
like,
shadows.
right, but it's still this thing, like, I get that it's a movement thing, but at the same time, like, if my body's constantly fading into shadows, then it would be kind of passing through, or it would be
Mm.
missing.
Your
trying to
your
help
body,
myself out
your
here,
body,
it's not
I know.
working.
Yeah, I know.
Your body blends with the shadows, but your body is still physically there the whole time. This is more area of effect type thing where
Yeah.
anything in this square gets hit.
But if an area of effect spell were to go towards me, that would still be me counting as like blending into the space. If I was him with a fireball,
No,
I would
not
still
as
be-
much. You're gonna get a saving
Yeah,
throw.
that would be an attack against me. I get that it's an area of effect, but it's still an attack against that area. So that would still be me being able to blend against it.
The blending ability, no. And I'll tell you why. The blending ability is a visual thing. It's not necessarily, so if
But we've faced
area of
things that,
effects
like-
and things that are not visually attacking you have no penalty
I
because
would not
you're
give you that
shadowy.
bonus to an
It's
area of
attacking a
effects, though.
square rather than you.
And you're in the
I would
square.
not give you that effect for against a fireball. I
Right.
give you reflex save,
the thing that is required.
Don't
but
worry, you'll get a 14 save against the poison.
but you're
Hand me the
blending
whiskey,
into
would
the
you?
showers. You're blending into the shadows is a visual thing. If someone is attacking you, they have to see you, and they are affected by that. But an area of effect,
Doesn't care where
Doesn't
where you
care
are
where you
within
are.
that area. Hand me the whiskey. I was a kid. Excellent.
you glass?
No, I'm good. You want some?
No, I'm good.
Yeah, in this case, I don't think that it will make a difference. Because it's not hunting you, it's just a scything blade that comes across because you set off a trap. So in this case, you take 7 points of damage.
Okay.
And I need a fortitude save.
20.
20. All right. As the blade goes over, you're like, ow, and you reach and you look down and you see that across on both sides of the blade seems to be this brownish sort of
take
like
care.
goo. It looks herbal. And it smears on your shins as this thing goes across your shins.
Try to make sure dust ward doesn't it?
You manage to wipe it
Yeah!
off before it
I'm
gets
teasing.
in the wound. So you don't feel any effects, but it's definitely, I mean, the fingers that you use to touch it sort of feel numb and weird. So it's definitely some sort of like natural poison. Doug, thanks for coming, man.
Yeah, thank you for
Thank you.
hosting. I'm
Be-
sorry.
My pleasure. I will see you tomorrow. Yes?
Yes,
Excellent.
it won't be until,
Excellent.
Until
yes.
later.
yeah, till about 5:30 or so.
Got it.
Yep.
But that's okay. That's when the party's gonna be raging.
Raging, all right.
And then you show up.
Bring in my swimming suit.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Belly flop contest.
Wouldn't be the same without you.
damn it. I will not be there for
Bring Mindy. We can get her. I mean, I bet we can scare up 4 or 5 people to carry her down.
it.
I know we can.
We'll see.
All right.
I don't count on it, but if I do show up, I am so winning that belly flop.
All right. So you got hit. You're like, ow, and you see this, and he's got a slash across his across the top of his boots, and you can see him sort of wiping off this brown kind of goo.
Yeah,
That
all
was
I could
on
think
top
of
of
was, man, you should have stood back further.
You reach the mage hand goes in, and you can hear it go as it's cranking the thing up. And you see the
Slowly but surely, it's
cortical
cranking this thing up.
slowly rise up. It does, and it makes a fair amount of noise, but it lifts.
Elip, come on forward, bring dust forward with you. Okay,
All right.
That's where you live control.
There's a portion. Of,
you need to use a smaller one.
there's a portion of the fungus, the unburned fungus, that leaps forward with these sort of like tendrils and that kind of stuff, and kind of cranks into there to try and
But-
grab onto.
I thought we just burned everything.
No, not everything. A couple of acid splash that did 3 points of damage.
I used it over and over again.
Reaches out and attacks Elib as these fibrous tendrils kind of come out and try to grab you. Let's see what happens there. Shall we? Shall I?
We can get it. We can do this.
It's not horrifying at all.
No, not at all.
I'm not at all scared of Elam. Mark me down as scared and horny.
What?
Mark me down as scared and horny. All right, let's roll a niche.
Bill Hader. 15.
Okay.
8.
What did you get? You?
8.
What the hell did you roll, Don?
Let's call it a 9.
I mean,
I
that's
rolled-
better than
I
him.
rolled an 8 also, but I think my dex is better than Elam's.
Well, I hate to admit
Mine
it.
is with the +2.
Wait. You rolled an 8 and you got a
I
total of
rolled a
9?
2.
Oh, okay.
I have a +6 for initiative, which would give me a total of 8. But then I have a dex of 18, which I believe is higher than Elib's.
Okay. I understand.
So the vine
Mine
gets
is
a
6 plus 2 is
surprise
8.
attack.
Yes.
On Elip.
Mine's 2 + 6.
Because the surprise attack on the Elam, apparently.
We call it a 9.
So we're gonna
Yes.
go ahead and roll.
By necessity. we call
By
it-
necessity. We can call it an 8.5 if you
Ooh,
want.
23 hit you, Elip?
Probably.
I'm gonna go ahead and say, yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and say solid yes on that
It's
one.
with correct tab.
Wait, the vine is a.
Surprise.
Yeah.
23 hits you, you get smacked by a massive tendril for 5 + 7 is 12 points of damage.
Fudge.
And I get a grab attack as it wraps itself
Fudge.
around you.
So we gotta get the
Is this
hell out of
bludgeoning
here.
damage or?
No, we have to kill it.
Yes,
Sure,
it's
yeah,
blood.
that'd be easy.
It's a slam attack. And then the grab attack is 24. Does that be
Yeah.
your
Fingers
CMB?
crossed it doesn't have
Yeah.
blind
All right, so
sense.
you are grappled by this thing as it just wraps itself around. It begins dragging you forward. This is dragging you forward. All right, top of the order, which is Tavian. You turn around and you see this enormous plant which is growing out of the side of the cave, which apparently Jex failed to acid splash. Has now
Damn it, Jex.
grabbed Elib and is dragging her toward some sort of weird planty maw. I
Quick
should say.
sheath, the dagger.
Okay.
I will. Am I close enough to hit it?
Absolutely. Yeah. It's close enough to hit you too. Those big tendrils are large.
Okay.
They're big vines essentially, and it's just swinging around.
Then I will, if I'm close enough to hit it from where I am, I will study target.
Okay.
And then I will try and hit it.
All right. Cool.
$19 to hit.
That's a hit.
I certainly hope so. I'd have been pissed otherwise.
It's a pretty solid hit for a plant.
King daggers do not increase the amount of damage, correct?
Increases the threat range.
Just increases the threat range. Not really, but
Hey, if it helps you crit.
whatever helps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you get?
2 points of damage.
2 points of damage. Doesn't seem to do much.
That's a dagger.
But it is in there. Jex.
Be big.
What?
Be big.
Be big.
Ooh.
And I draw my dagger.
Boom. All right, you get a being big. You get a
She
free.
gets a free
free chance to break the grapple. So go ahead and do that.
No, I rolled a 3.
Ooh.
3. That's not going to break it. You're still tangled in this thing, but you are now big.
Of course, with string, that's an 11.
Not going to be enough.
Okay. So,
Some
my turn.
That's Jax. Jax, you can move.
I drew my dagger.
All right. So the portcullis is about 4 feet up. So you could run under there and go into that room. Escape, safety.
Yes, I could,
You could indeed.
but my friend,
Singular.
Okay, so what are you gonna do?
I draw my dagger.
Draw a dagger. Okay. Elim, you're next.
Gets the zoomies and grows claws and starts shredding
Nice. Okay.
the vine. So a 15 and a 16 to hit.
Those are both hits.
And
Remember, it's
Wow.
one class higher.
you're right, the next damage die.
Just making sure.
So 26 total points of damage.
Are you
26?
My friend is big.
I get 2 claw attacks.
Well, so
It's kind of-
within the grapple, she just sort of like,
Yeah.
and you see enormous pieces of this plant basically being ripped out. I mean, in some cases there are things. There are pieces of plant falling to the
Mark me
ground,
down.
twitching. The tendrils that have you are sort of like, not very.
Shit, we didn't mean it.
There's a huge amount of plant matter that is on the floor and twitching at this point. But it's our turn.
At first, we thought it was hentai. Turns out it's 4.
So it's got another. It's going to try and. It's still. So you didn't break the grapple. So what it's going to do is constrict. And since you're grappled, I have to reaffirm the. Hold on, I got to reaffirm the grapple. So to reaffirm, I natural 19. So that's going to put that grapple at 32 on the reaffirm.
For the CMD.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so he's got you. So the automatic on the constrict, which is D7.
Plus 2 to your current one because of the size.
Ooh, another 13 points
Okay, it's on
of
part.
squeeze damage. Is just those things
Damn,
just
no.
sort of like, and they're just like squeezing the guts out of you.
I need grading.
And
Yeah, sorry.
All right, and
Yeah,
so
I'm sorry.
also as a free action, it can cause plants within 30 feet to animate and grasp at foes, which is entangle. So in this
Is it a
case,
free action?
yes.
Oh, wow.
Well, it's a
So
good thing that they're.
remember
arms
all
are
that
the same.
fungus?
It's a good thing it's all dead.
Huh?
Is this an assassin?
Yeah.
Vine?
Oh fuck.
The fungus is starting to reach out and try and grapple you guys. So
Again, it's dead.
I need a reflex save from both of you guys as the
What
fungus
fungus
kind of
is
comes.
left?
Well, some of it's burnt, some of it's not.
Reflex save?
16.
Done.
15 plus 8, 23. 20,
No,
yeah,
that's
23.
sad you didn't make it.
Oh, damn it.
All right. So, you guys,
16 is
you guys
Dang it.
so to the point that you made earlier, the burnt fungus tries to sort of like you can see
Animate.
these sort of like spores come out and tendrils, and they try to grab you guys behind him, but they don't manage it.
So next time I'll be more specific that I'm sitting there doing this until all of it is gone.
Apparently that wasn't clear.
It was not. I just.
All right. Top of the order, that would be
Davian.
Davian. You are not entangled by the fungus, but although it's still, these tendrils are still sort of curling around your boots and basically making your life out. But you could definitely see, you could see Elib, who now has claws, by the way.
He's grown them before.
He's grown them before. Basically ripping the shit out of this plant.
I will unsheathe my gladius then.
Okay.
Whoa.
Unsheathe my gladius.
So you from
Strike at the tentacles. I thank you for catching that. I will attack with that then.
Okay.
That'll be a 22 to hit.
Hit. Gladius attack. You come in from behind. You plant that short, broad sword into the belly of the creature.
5 points damage.
5 points of damage. So you take your Gladius and you're just like, and you've been lifted up. And between yours and her claws, she's clawed out the front. You have sliced up the back. The
His.
creature is just like Elib, you feel the tendril sort of fall away from you as it's like flopping around and that kind of stuff, and then eventually just sort of like it falls to the ground. All right, so here's the thing.
Is it dead?
That's a verm.
No, it's not.
5 points it had, or 4 points it had left.
But I hit it first.
You didn't hit it first. She hit it first.
No, I hit it first because I hit it.
It
with
is a
the
surprise
dagger,
round and hit her.
and then I hit it with the dagger.
Yeah.
And I dealt 4 points of damage, and then Elam hit it.
Never mind. No verm. All right, but it does.
I
die.
want to take that, but like,
That said, there's a bunch of detritus.
But I
on
had
it.
corrosive touch.
Yeah, you did, didn't you?
that's also a fair point.
I was gonna cast a spell.
All right.
Waste, use it on
The
something
creature's
else.
on the ground.
You did hit it with a
Twitchy.
large person.
With a large person.
You hit a motherfucker with another motherfucker.
How long? I like that. What did you say? I hit another motherfucker.
I hit a motherfucker with another motherfucker.
I
2
like that.
minutes.
I'm tweeting that.
It lasts 2 minutes.
No, you can't.
So far, it's been 12 seconds of fury.
12 seconds of fury. 12 seconds of fury.
12 seconds of excitement.
I love how we went from
It's telling me
team
I don't.
mediocrity to 12 seconds of excitement.
I know.
Almost overnight.
I know.
What a,
With
with one fucking fight, we went from mediocrity to 12
All right.
seconds of excitement.
So
I never remember
the
his name.
assassin vine is down.
Is it Master Man?
port-
What's
the
the man?
Portcullis is
Mandal?
open about 4
Macho
feet.
Man.
Macho Man.
Macho Mandal. And there's an opening into a dark cave on the left, but the portcullis is open a little bit.
He really wants us to go to the left. I'm pretty sure that was the way it was supposed to go, but then we ended up.
You go any way you want.
I go under the portcullis
Okay.
and crank it up the rest of the way.
I mean, you could also just have
Alright,
Elam just
alright.
lift the thing. the rest of the way.
Well, the way portcullis is set up, you can't really lift it. You have to crank it. Lifting it,
Yes, but-
lifting it, you're lifting the dead weight. Cranking it, you're using the pulley system attached to it, which makes it much easier.
Fair.
Now,
we also have like
now
a
Elam is
12-foot
large.
tall- we have a 12-foot tall dude, and this wouldn't really be a problem.
Elam
for,
is
so
large. so-
oh, might as well make the most of like the next 2 minutes that he has. Under normal circumstances, I'd agree.
The
that
Zon
easiest
shot.
way would be to do
All right,
that.
you slip under the portcullis and go into here. There's a distinctive smell in here.
Smells
And
of
it
dead
smells like
bodies.
Sorry, my bad.
fermentation. I mean, there's something's
That-
something's cooking.
Musty cooking. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, seems to be.
This is excellent for keeping a buzz.
Yeah,
'Cause after the whiskey, you get to a certain level and you keep drinking this and it just stays.
it's perfect. Keeps you alive. I like it. You could definitely smell something cooking or some sort of like concoction.
So something replaced the rope.
Yep.
Something is actually actively back here.
I'm
Yep.
gonna use a potion of cure light.
How many percent?
You could tell that this is a much larger.
Elam took a lot of damage.
Jesus Christ.
In 2 rounds. Sorry, what did you say, Les?
You can tell that this is a much larger chamber than what you can see right now. And there's certain things. So where you could see, there are.
What are you at? Hold on. My friend may need help.
Will you,
Just Elam's miniature is huge.
every time I try to go to that page, it minimizes on me.
Cure light is 1d8 plus 3 to 5, so depending on the caster level of the person making it.
Before I take it, I'm at 23 of 48 hit points.
Okay, go ahead and take it.
Okay, before you take it, you're going through it. I was very confused for a moment. I was like, how were you that low? We had a long rest before.
She was at full when we got to the cabin.
Yeah.
She got hit a couple of times. She got squeezed by that thing.
Elam,
I am down 16 now.
Elam, I give you another one.
Excellent, dude.
What?
Yes, can I get a D8?
Yes, you may.
What'd you say?
7.
She said, thanks, Jax.
Oh, okay.
7.
That's much better than mine.
Jax, give me a perception check.
Ooh, very good. Is it for a trap?
No.
21.
All right. You smell the scent of fermentation, brewing almost, and it's almost overwhelming here. But underneath it, you smell some smoke. But underneath that, you smell something
Flesh?
ripe, like rot.
Okay.
Would you roll 21?
21. Mainly because of the rot smell.
You hear,
Yep. Okay. I use stealth first.
all right, so you go stealth. What's your stealth roll?
Stealth is the first thing I do.
You like back up against the thing.
Ooh, I rolled a 19, and let's add 13 to that. So 32.
32? Shit. All right. Elib.
Jex disappears.
Jex basically is down. So you see Jex sort of like
I'm handing you a potion. I hear something. I kind of react.
he goes under the portcullis. You see him take a few steps and then gone. He's gone. You don't see him anywhere. You're like,
Crafty.
where's my friend? Is he fucked? How do we fix this? Give me a perception check.
14. It's gone forever. I never.
Yeah,
seen
I
it.
mean, other than
You've experienced this before, actually.
other than Jex disappearing, you don't see anything. Tavian,
Yo, what's up?
you're watching Jax. He sort of slips under the thing. He goes a couple of steps, 3, 4, 5 feet into the room, and then he disappears. And you're like, give me a perception check.
Nope.
Really? Natural onesie?
Yep.
All right. So yeah, as far as you guys know, Jax has just simply disappeared.
What the fuck just happened? Wait. Would I remember something similar to this from when we were in the asylum?
No. Because he did it unawares of everybody. He basically just vaporized. Well, I mean, Elib will Elib will tell you that he sort of like jumped to the left and then disappeared.
And then a step to the right.
You looked over there and one moment he was there, one moment he's gone.
What the fuck? Jax.
So you yell out,
He's fine,
Jax,
he's fine.
Jax.
I try to say it in like a quiet yell.
A quiet yell.
Jax!
Jax, I'm whispering, so no one else will hear me.
A stage whisper.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
I'm tweeting, I'm trying to say that in a quiet level.
You okay there, Tom?
The quiet yell.
I'm trying to say it in a quiet yell.
Hey,
All right, so you're
too
like,
much
Jax,
shit.
Jax.
said- I
You don't
said that out
you have
loud.
any idea. You're closest, so give me another perception check.
Not on that.
What'd you get?
13, I think.
He's busy quietly yelling.
Sake.
Jax, give me a perception check.
Oh, fuck.
What the fuck is that?
No, wait.
30?
No. 12.
12. Well, you're hiding over here.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm concentrating more on hiding than
and what you
looking.
see is, so what you see is your first thing is like, oh shit, dogs. They have scent, right? Fuck. Then you're like, those aren't dogs.
Those are undead things.
Well, no, they're not. Well, I mean, you don't know. They look like dogs. Actually, they look like big dogs. But when you look at their heads, they have these weird sort of like fungal kind of like growths
Okay.
that are all
They're
over the
demo
thing.
dogs.
One sort of steps forward. And then it looks over, and then another one sort of like, they're scenting for you. But so far they haven't found it. They definitely, you can see this one is definitely like,
When I hear those noises,
not with a 1 perception check, you would.
I mean, I made a second perception check that was 13.
Would they
Maybe you don't see anything.
perceive
I don't
his
really
quiet
see it,
yelling
but I'd
more
be
than
able to
he?
hear.
smell
Oh, definitely
me?
he would hear the quiet yelling. They're reacting like that kind of stuff. So they're definitely looking that way, both of them.
He may have saved me by distracting them.
Potentially.
Hey, Ela,
Yeah.
Yo,
I think there might be. I'm gonna say this as quietly as I can.
Oh, now he's
you're gonna
quiet.
yell it quietly at me?
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey,
Ela!
Ela!
I think there's an invisible wall here. I'm 10 feet away. I don't care.
So that's what an invisible barrier looks like.
I think that there is like
Some of my favorite lines
a
from Time
magical
Bandit.
image.
Is that invisible wall?
Yeah.
Do you remember that scene?
Where they're pushing it.
He's pushing against it. It's like, what is it? I don't know, but it hurts.
I don't know what it hurt.
Pushing
Should I go
against it.
first or should you
It's
go
like,
first?
it looks like an invisible barrier. So
Well, I
that's
think
what an
it's-
invisible barrier looks like.
Photo parts of the shoes.
You know, it's on HBO Max now.
Oh, is it?
I
Yeah.
love that.
I have it on
Oh,
DVD.
shoot.
Do you really?
Yes.
You get it. Or you get
You get to
lost. You go
choose.
first.
Okay. Oh,
She
I wanted to go first.
she thinks the winner would go first. Is what it is.
You're the winner. Wanna go? Well, let us go.
It's Elib, right?
I know.
I asked if you wanted to go. You just said no. Just go. Just go.
It's like adventuring with Stan and Ollie, isn't
I
it?
know it is.
I don't know who that is. What?
Yeah. I have no
It's
idea.
another fine mess you've got us into.
Stan
Ian.
and Ollie.
Stan, Laurel, and Oliver. Shit.
Fat guy with a tie and a bola, skinny guy.
Laurel
No,
and
right.
Hardy?
Laurel and Hardy.
Lauren Hardy.
Stan, Laurel, and Ollie Hardy.
It sounds like the description of Blues Brothers.
No.
So-
yes, that description does sound like them. No.
Yeah.
Communicating.
Jex, you
Laurel and
see
Hardy.
these creatures kind of like step out of the darkness.
I'll
They're like-
offer you this Laurel and Hardy handshake.
And then you hear them, and I was like, I see something over there. It's making me freaky. And then you see another one kind of
It's
step
making
up.
me freaky.
And they begin to sort of like,
It's been 2 minutes by this point.
No, it hasn't.
Here, doggy, 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 doggy.
you can hear them sort of
30
like,
seconds.
their like fungal like heads are sort of like,
Just asking.
We don't want it to be 2 minutes. We
I
want it
know.
to-
That's why I was asking.
Okay.
I don't want
I
it gone.
thought you were stating that it was 2 minutes.
No, I was asking, like, has it been 2
It was
minutes?
like 30 seconds.
Good, good. Screw- So they haven't attacked yet.
not yet, but you could, so at this point you can see them. There's two or there's at least two, maybe more, and they're sort of like, and they're beginning to sort of like snuffle forward. You just,
Well,
you just send Elib in there.
Even said I wanted to go through.
All right, so Elib, you just run in there.
Yeah.
Oh, well, shit.
I said here, puppy, 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 or here, doggy.
All right,
doggy,
well, you scooched under the portcullis and came in.
yes.
All right, let's roll for a
Big
niche.
man versus little dog.
5.
18. Don't like that little laughter. But roll. Jesus Christ.
Dex 24.
24.
Elib? 5.
To be fair, we kind of need to
David?
go last. 18.
Why didn't you get the rest?
So the mage can, or the magic user can cast a spell on you, and I can stop and stab people. Or get in the right position. Or we can do the most damage. There's no logic to my madness. Jesus.
All right. Jax. At this point, you get an opportunity to attack. There's no surprise rounds here. So basically the creatures, which look like dogs with fungus heads, sort of like swirled around in there, and then Elib has sort of like come charging under the portcullis, which is still only about this high off the ground. Jax, what do you do? Now, let me remind you that you are in stealth and nobody seems to have seen you yet.
He just ran through unprompted.
I know. I expected that.
Unprompted.
I expected that. Okay, so I'm going to do a knowledge arcana.
Okay.
This probably won't work. I want to detect if they're undead.
Okay.
And I don't believe they are, but I want to verify it if I can with the knowledge arcana.
Okay. It's really a knowledge religion check.
I
I'll
know,
give you a
I
swing
know,
at it.
but oh no, I rolled a 2.
Can't
It's not
tell
gonna
at this
do.
point.
So that was one action. I don't want to cast disrupt undead because I don't really think they're undead. I just wanted to verify it, but I don't
It's
get
up in
that
the air at this
feeling.
point.
It's up in the air at this point. I am going to cast
You see
Ghost.
SOS by Eva?
I am going to cast Ghost Sound
Okay.
behind them.
Okay.
Um,
Now you get that potentially casting a spell like this will.
I know, I do get that.
Okay.
Later on, it won't,
True.
but right now it does.
Right.
But I'm hoping that I can cause a little bit of confusion.
Okay.
Okay,
So go sound like in this back area.
so
Do you have a specific sound you
here's
want to do?
here's what I want to do.
Okay.
If I can successfully cast a ghost sound of a person behind them, can she get the flanking bonus if they think someone's behind them?
Not without an actual person.
Because it's not an actual threat.
But if they think it could be, that's the
Well,
whole point of flanking. is that
thinking it could
Right.
be,
Your attention is divided.
Right.
How
The whole-
intelligent is the creature to understand that, though?
you can't, as far as I have read, you cannot use an illusion to create a flanking opportunity.
Is that the case?
It has to be a real threat.
I also wish I thought these things were focused on sight because that would make my.
Okay, then as my second action,
Mhm.
I do nothing.
So you're staying in stealth. Cool. All right. Tavian.
Moving forward.
So you're gonna run ahead of Elib and attack.
Well, equal to,
I'll move forward,
that's under and
Gotcha.
Yeah. see these things, cast mirror strike, and wait for my turn.
What? You're not attacking?
I still have my weapons out, but I'm gonna use mirror strike.
So it's
I'm gonna
their
cast mirror strike.
turn.
so he has moved to cast a spell,
Yes. Which requires, or
It's like a full round kind of thing.
Which
You
is a
can't- you can't
standard
take
action.
advantage of it.
it's a
Okay.
standard action, so you can move to cast a standard action, but you can't
Well,
move to cast standard action. and
They don't
attack.
see Jax, they see you, but they consider you non-threatening. But of all the threats that they have, it's definitely Elid.
I don't understand why that would be.
So they're
It's
gonna
only
run
five.
in and attack.
It's 11
Holy
foot tall
fucking
half-orc
huge.
yelling at them.
But it's a bigger problem than that, because the first thing that they do is they sort of step forward, and then the next thing they do is they make these kind of like weird belching sounds. And suddenly a giant wad of
Oh,
spores
fuck.
comes flying out of their faces.
I hold my breath.
I ignore it.
Again with this shit.
All right, that's all they're gonna get to do. But spore attack.
Ooh, that's your 20.
Let's see what we're gonna hell.
Fortitude, I'm guessing.
21. Natural 20.
It is a fort save.
21.
22.
Would you get
14.
14? It is a DC 16 on that. So you take 4 points of damage, and you find yourself. Hold on a second. Let me check. You get a
Spored?
yeah, it's spored. Hold on a second. I have to
Awesome.
check the thing.
You feel yourself spored.
I feel like I'm in a old video game about evolution going into space.
Well, the last of us, you know. Of course, I love the zombies.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking of the game Spore, so that was
So you find yourself sickened. You're coughing. You take a -2 penalty on attacks, weapon damage, saving throws, skills, and ability checks. If you get hit by this, so as long as you guys stay in the spores, you have to make saving throws. So the spore cloud just sort of envelopes in front of you. You've got a big lung full of spores. These two have managed to avoid it. But if they stay there, then they have to re-roll again. You're second. If you re-roll again and you miss the second save, you're then nauseated, which is much worse. All right. That's the things. Elib, you're up. Now you're surrounded by spores. You can hear Tavian go. That's really disgusting. And Jex is over there going. Nobody sees me.
I would like to take a swing at the one directly in front of me with my axe.
Okay.
And if I kill it, step through it, and then turn around to face the other two.
All right. What do you do if you don't kill it? You're gonna step back out of the spore cloud.
Not until Jux moves, because
You're gonna stay in the spore cloud.
as long as it takes for my little buddy to get safe, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So I guess it's the center one that I'm attacking, if it's the
Yep.
one directly in front of me. A 25 to hit.
That's a hit.
20 points of damage.
All right, you do kill that one, so it goes down, and you seem a little grossed out because your axe hits it, and it's like rather than the solid sort of like thing of sinew and bone that you used to think, you hit it in that sort of like fungal growth on the top of his head,
Rubbery, like
and
a
it's just like
mushroom.
yeah, it kind of goes all the way through. But yeah, he goes down.
Hopefully the other two's attention turns around towards me.
Well,
I think
not
I'm
really.
left.
I mean, they all attacked you last time, so you already have their attention.
I never really left you.
They attack with spores.
Well, then I step through them so that I'm on the other side, because the intent was to step through where it was standing.
All right, so you made a single attack and then you move attack. The creature itself is difficult terrain, so you have two things of that. So you can get maybe 10 feet back. You can get to the
Oh, I
end.
don't even want to get that far.
Oh, so how far do you want to get?
So that I'd
Straddle
be
over.
flanking with the,
Just like right here.
flanking the other two with my friends.
Standing where it was.
Okay. All right. Cool. So you're just sort of standing over the top of it.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Jax. Nobody's seen you yet, but you're coughing a blue streak. Well, no, you're not coughing because you managed to cover your mouth.
I managed to cover my mouth.
I'm
with
the
it,
only
right.
one dying.
Now, there's nothing here
You
but
can't
wall.
you can't go through the
I can't
walls.
go through an occupied space.
Correct.
Just-
Or a
Um,
wall.
I
We're gonna have to tell you these rules. You can't go through a wall.
I can go through a friendly space.
But the wall is not a friendly space.
All right, so you're moving, so they see you.
They will see me.
Acrobatics.
He's passing through a couple of threatened squares. Depends on how you want to handle it. You want an acrobatics through there?
Yes.
Okay, give me an acrobatics roll. Is that a natural 1?
So natural 2 plus 8, 10.
You don't make it that far. You stop here and you get 2 attacks of opportunity. And you are de-stealthed.
Would they have maybe gotten attacks of opportunity?
And I get to
against me
attack?
instead, or no?
Not really, because you didn't move that far. You only moved a couple steps. So it's more like a 5-foot step. In this case, they are going to try and bite you with their gross faces.
That's with their attacks of opportunities.
They're both using their attack rope.
Right. Have you ever heard of the game Starflight? Look it up on Steam if possible.
Okay.
It is actually better than XCOM.
That's fighting hurts, man.
Oh, I know it is.
So I got
Trust me.
2 13s, 17 and 17.
Both miss.
Both miss. All right, you
I'm
get
an
to where
AC 18 because of my dex.
you get, yeah, you're stopped there. You have not got through, but you are, and you don't get into the position. But
Why am I stopped?
because you fucked up your acrobatics roll.
Okay.
Yeah. Then they got their attacks of opportunity, which they did not make. So you're just sort of stuck there. So that's your movement.
So I'll move to here.
Yeah.
I'm going to stab at this guy.
That's Elib.
No. This guy.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. You want to kill Elib?
They're both.
That's what you wanna do?
There are 2 people threatening it, but I'm not flanking it.
No,
Right.
you were not playing.
So I don't get sneak attack.
No, you don't.
But if we were playing second edition, I would.
Well, here's the thing. You're still in the cloud of spores. So you will have to make a.
So I'm hidden from it.
No, it's not. You can see through the cloud.
I'm trying.
Alright.
Okay, what do I need to do? Just hit it?
You roll an attack roll, yeah.
Die. So it's I'm doing the corrosive touch, which is a touch attack.
Wait, what? You're touching the thing? Okay. So
I'm right
you're
next to it.
You're reaching out and you just grab a hold of it. And you're like, corrosion. Corrosion to you, you dickbag. What'd you roll?
13 touch. 13 touch.
Touch. That will work.
Does it?
Yeah.
Okay. And because of my bloodline, I add +1 to each of these die.
Why?
I add +1 to any acid spell descriptor
Gotcha. Okay.
because I am descendant from Thalaxel, which is a copper dragon which deals acid damage.
All right.
But I still kind of suck at this. 8 points damage.
8 points, still up. But you definitely melted some of his sort of like the fungus around his head, that kind of thing. You know, he's injured. Tavian.
So I will stand by that comment.
I'll stand by.
Starflight being better than X.
Why did you have to stand at that?
Well, keep in mind that
I didn't want to stand at that exact spot.
I just moved the cloud out of the way. You guys are still in the cloud.
Right, but I needed him to not stand there for this fucking spell to work.
Well, I think you know, all you have to do is go to the silver wagon, and you'll realize that everybody thinks he's in there.
3/4 into it.
No question.
Well,
That alone makes it better than X.
okay.
Well, you could. I mean, you could theoretically get back through there, but you have to do acrobatics too.
No, I need to be exactly where he is so I could hit both of them from my position.
Not
And
gonna
this
happen.
motherfucker moved to the one spot on the map.
Hey, I got evasion. Throw it.
No, it's not an area of
Can't throw
effect
you,
spell.
it's the
I need
action.
to stand there to swing both times them both.
He needs the action. You can't just.
I literally have to be in that.
Roll better
exact-
initiative.
Don't stand where I need you to.
I didn't mean to stand there.
Well, fuck. I don't know. I'll swing at
The one in front of you?
yeah.
Go for
'Cause I can't. Yeah, I'll take a 5-foot step here if I can.
Kind of, yeah, you can.
I'll take a 5-foot step there and take a swing up.
Let's see it. Would you roll? One, natural one.
5.
Ooh, so I thought it'd be
Four,
enough.
yeah, that's a 13.
Nope. Sorry, dude.
Yeah.
All right. What's the thing?
And my spell is gone.
So
Originated in 1986,
what did?
Starflight.
Oh, the game?
Yes,
Okay. 1986.
1986.
Yikes.
Here it is on eBay for $185.
Looks like you can get it on GOG, Good Old Games,
Okay,
Good old games.
$5.99, Starflight 1+2.
okay.
You know,
There was a
someday-
sequel.
Someday, Big Grapefruit is going to buy the rights to not only Battleground World War II, which we're already working on, but
Oh, yeah.
but also Judges Guild. You know, have you heard the story of Judges Guild?
Uh-uh.
Judges Guild, the brand is fucked because it turns out that the guy who wrote most of those Judges Guild things in the 80s was just like a regular guy. He was
Yeah,
a normal dude.
yeah.
His kids, and we're now at the grandkid at this point, are flat out Nazis
Oh,
and have been online like causing all kinds of wrecks. So Judges Guild shit you can't even buy anymore because no one will buy it, and the company basically folded
Because the kids were, yeah.
because the kids were colossal Nazi assholes. And I'm just like, of all the things to be in this world, Nazi is like almost the worst. Pedophile may be the worst,
Yep.
but Nazi is like
no, 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 no. The worst is the Nazi pedophile.
You're right. You are absolutely right. All right. So creatures being attacked haven't been hit by
Spore
anything.
monster.
So I have to figure, are they gonna?
Gotta use this damn card to move.
They're gonna attack Elib. They don't care about those other guys because none of them hit. So they are going to attack Elib.
I wanted to have gotten flanking from that previous
Ooh.
attack, but I.
One natural 20, one natural 1.
Quick question.
Yep.
I've gotten flanking from that previous attack from the
No.
position that I was at.
On the natural 20, 23 to hit. Does that hit you? That's a confirmed crit. Natural 1, 13 to hit. Confirmed fumble. All right. So that's correct. That may be the first time that that has actually ever happened where you had a confirmed crit and a confirmed fumble at the same time on the same person. All right, let's do the crit
It'd be more
first.
impressive if it was the same monster making both attacks.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, that's true. All right, so first, the crit is nerve cluster. Target suffers max damage and is stunned for 1d4 rounds.
Fuck you.
Right.
That is tough. So
Do I get a fort save to negate that?
three rounds on the stun, huh?
Do I get a fort save to negate that? or
Nope,
anything?
you do not. And
Stupid
the
shit.
max damage is d8 points up, so 15 points of damage as it just bites into your legs and hit that into one leg and hits that thigh nerve cluster. And you're just like, "Ugh, that sucks. All right.
That's your funny bone. and
Now
you're
the
just-
fumble
Feels
is
me.
You're not stunned for 1 round.
eye strain. You are blinded for 1 round. So they clonk into each other like their heads, which are not really heads, but they sort of like smack into each other. One grabs onto you, the other one's
They
like,
actually have vision.
I was about to ask the same question.
yeah, I think so.
So they actually
So
have
this one is
sight.
blinded. This one is the one that did the crit. And it is sort of like, so this one sort of steps backward and is blinded for a round.
Not that I can do anything about it.
But it's your turn.
I'm stunned for 3 rounds.
Ooh, so this is one,
You're stunned for 3 rounds?
3 rounds.
I thought you said 1.
Jax, you're up. No, 3 rounds. I'm blinded for 1 round. She's stunned for 3.
Cool. So the one person that I can flank with is now stunned.
Correct. Which means you do not get flanked.
And our healer has left the building, quite literally.
Although that one's blind, so you should get flanking bonus.
Which one's
Not
blinded?
flanking bonus, but he does not get his dex.
Which one's blinded?
So if you,
So I could get a
essentially
sneak attack.
Yeah.
yeah, you can do precision damage on it because he does not get his dex bonus.
Okay. So I can at least get sneak attack on that fucker. But I don't know that he's necessarily blind.
Well, he staggers backwards from clonking his head into some the other
Okay.
thing. So
Not rolling acrobatics because I'm not gonna fail. I will go ahead and take the attack of opportunity.
miss. Unless a 9 hits you.
No.
Okay.
I stab at thee. With my last breath, I stab at thee.
With a fork.
All right, William. That's Shakespeare, right?
Shakespeare.
Well, it was Khan. Quoting Shakespeare.
Same. You do not get flanking here.
I think we go to hell for that one.
Are you trying to get flanking?
I can't get
Well, you
flanking.
could sort of like scoot around here. I mean, because Elib
You
is
could have gone for the
enlarged.
other one.
Also, are we still in?
I think you can. I mean,
If
I
I
think
can
there's,
get to
I think
flanking-
there's room. You're
if-
small. She's big.
If
he's
I can
big.
get to flanking, I'm gonna do that.
I think that will work.
Okay.
Take into account the nausea.
I'm sickened. Yeah.
15 plus 7 with a touch attack,
That's
which
a
is
hit.
gonna get
That is a hit.
flanking. What has it got left?
I can't tell you that.
I feel like you can.
That one hasn't been hit yet. Oh wait,
I hit it last time.
that one has been hit. It's the other one that hasn't been hit.
Yeah,
It's just
I
blinded.
thought
so I hit it last time though.
You haven't rolled damage yet.
9 points of damage.
Dagger.
Or, oh, you haven't actually.
No, touch attack,
Oh, no, I
but with
attacked. It
sneak
just
attack
kept
also.
falling
Also was the
I
It was, it was the corrosive touch,
Oh,
acid.
so you get it right, sort of. So it's attacking Elib,
Right,
but you get it. So the way the fungus kind of like grows out of the neck, it's sort of in like these like waves, and you manage to get sort of like right
in there.
underneath, and you see it sort of like thing, and then a whole piece of it falls off, and the creature's like, and drops down. Did anybody else hit that?
No.
no,
It's all you.
all me.
All right.
I am a fungi dog slayer,
Davian.
as are you, also. I know.
5 foot step, so I'm out of this freaking cloud.
Okay. Which I'll just
Flanking.
move up here because this is where it
Flanking.
is.
Would I still be flanking with the stunned person?
Well, so it's blind, so it does
No,
not get
the
its
other
dex
one's
bonus,
blind.
so it
No,
doesn't matter.
No,
Flank.
that one's.
You don't need.
That's
flank.
the
one
blind
you're-
one?
yeah.
This is the blind one.
Oh, thank Christ. All right. Shit.
What's he got to do with it?
I got sneak attack. And that takes away its dex bonus, right?
Blindness does
Thank
take away the
Christ.
dex bonus.
Which means you get precision damage if you want it. Did you roll a 1?
No, that's 7. Yeah, that's 17 because it moved.
That's a hit.
Minus whatever the negatives are for.
Should be 2.
Oh, 2, so 15.
15.
Still a hit.
Your weapon is keen, so if you rolled a natural 17. It
Did I roll? Did I roll a 17 or 19? What did I roll? What did I say that I rolled? It was no, I rolled a 9,
Oh,
so it
okay.
was +8. Trying to figure out what if my sneak attack damage is the same as the rogues.
So Texas just signed, no, California signed a gun law
Illinois is getting ready to do it too.
modeled after Texas's abortion law,
Oh, where you can turn.
which
people in.
allows individuals to sue you if you break the law.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the Supreme Court to say, you can't do, wait. Because as soon as you say you can't, then they can't.
At this point, I have no idea why anybody would look at it. It is an absolute shithole. Did you see, but by the way, did you guys see the video of Josh Hawley running?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I did.
Did you guys hear the laughter in the background?
No.
I have not seen that.
So apparently they showed it they showed
At
this video
the January
at
6th,
the January 6th.
the primetime one yesterday.
Yeah. And evidently everybody in the gallery began laughing.
As they should.
So and somebody somebody took that video and put it to
I
the
mean-
Benny Hill.
Oh, yeah.
I'll have to look that up later.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Does the sickened affect the damage dealt as well?
It does, -200 damage.
Well, then let's roll for sneak attack.
You get perception first if you hit what?
So that is
It's total.
1 point of damage.
Ooh.
Because I rolled a 1 previously, so
Oh.
-2
Elib and I,
equals -1.
Elib and I have to come over and kill this too.
All right.
So
Well, he's coughing his guts out over there. You guys can hear it. All right, so there it is. So that's Tavian. It's the thing's turn. There's only one thing. It's blind. Let me check and see if it has blind sight or blind fight. It's a friggin'
it's
technically
a
a
new day. I
plant.
would think that it would roll better.
It's technically a plant. Hmm.
It should lose its attack since it fumbled and blind.
So it's does not have blind fight or blind sense or scent or anything that would help me.
It has nothing that'll help me here.
So basically it's blind, so it has a 50-50 mischance, but you're right there and stabbing it, so it's gonna attack you with a 50-50 mischance. So first is the roll, cock die. 17 and 7, 24. Would that hit you normally?
Against
Me?
2.
No, him.
Yeah.
Okay, so 50-50. I'm gonna go ahead and roll full-on percentile dice. I so rarely get a chance to. You know,
Since he's blind, I guess.
and I'm gonna go high,
If it relies on sight and he's got the 50-50 mischance normally,
35.
Sweet.
Well, he's blind fighting essentially. He's no target penalty, so he's 50-50 to next door to this guy who just hit him. So he rolled, he missed.
Sweet. Thank Christ.
Elib,
Stunned.
hammer time.
I'm stunned.
Oh, stun.
Jax's turn.
Jax. These are your stuns. Sometimes those
Jesus.
sometimes those buzz. That's why I told you to turn off.
Well, now I can.
Okay. You're gonna attack. Okay. Well, you can get closer if you want.
We're flanking.
There you are. Yeah, absolutely. Also, it's blind, so you don't have to flank to get precision damage.
Okay. Is it in this square a bit really?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to there.
Okay.
Ready?
Mhm.
Oh, well, no, okay. 15 to hit,
That's a
touch
hit.
attack.
That's it. No, touch.
It
Oh,
is
you're
a-
using that same spell?
I'm corrosive touch.
Gotcha, okay.
8 plus 4 is 12 points damage.
12 points damage, that includes precision?
That includes precision,
Still
which
up.
was the 6-sided.
Still up.
I've got.
So the acid
one
blazes across
more.
it and starts bleeding pieces of it off of it, but it's still up and it's like looking around. It's looking around to see who these attackers are. Tavian, you see Jex kind of run up behind this thing and just blast it with this spell, which smears acid on it. You can see the acid is like sinking into the fungal elements of it. White smoke is coming off and pieces of it are falling off. It's writhing around.
Is this still blind?
Yeah, it's still alive. At the end of this round, it will be seen.
16,
The hit,
3, 5, 6 points of damage.
goes down.
I wish that were over.
All right, we fall out of initiative at this point. Put you guys here, in this area over here. Kill my dogs. Why have you killed my dogs?
You sent them to attacks.
You've no business here. You came here, and now you've killed my dogs. And now I'll kill
Next week.
next week.
It's
Because after
our
that-
month.
you guys want to stop here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because we're gonna instantly have 5 more people in here.
Oh, yeah. Reinforcements. All right, you can stop here. I'm gonna stop the recording.
We are, okay.
Look to the light of
It's the wrong thing here.
look to the light of the third day.
Look for me on the third day.
In the east.
I promise not to suck.